Theater. Oh, okay. When we left off, there was a lot of cutscenes and loose ends. But that's okay because they're all going to get tied up in the next couple episodes, so it'll be fine. As for the amount of experience you earned, everybody gets 1 million. You can't spend it.
Yeah.
Damn.
You get 1 million. You can build your character all you want, except that you'll never get a chance to do it again. So there you go. 1 million experience for everybody for your job well done so far. And well, I think we should just kind of dive into what's happening. I mean, since you've got 1 million experience, I don't really need to go into why you earned it. Uh, we're gonna cut the first scene that I think is important. Unfortunately, it's so the scene is gonna be Claire coming down the stairs to meet her mother, and her mother is there at the table. Um, I assume just kind of doing like random chores and things around the house. Um, how do you approach this, Claire?
She's Clara's despite facing monsters, a ancient rat queen monster.
You have to face
Like
your mother.
this is scary. This is really scary. She's a little kind of messing with her hands anxiously. She's like, Mom, are you busy?
No, I'm just cleaning, doing a couple of things here and there. Did you need to
Uh,
talk to me? I always have time to talk to you.
yeah, it's this might make you upset though, so maybe we should sit down about
Oh,
this.
did you get another piercing? Don't
Mm,
worry about that. If it's another piercing, I'll probably be okay.
no, it's a lot more than that. There's a lot to parse through. Um,
Okay. Well,
I
why
just
don't you
feel like
come
I need to be.
downstairs and we can discuss it then?
You're
You
not
can
gonna
hear
be
her
happy with
pulling like a
me.
chair out. Like she was never like mean spirit, overprotective maybe, but like not mean. So you hear her like pulling kind of a chair out for you so you can come down. You know.
Um, just know I'm still me, but even if I look a little different, okay, then I still love you, okay?
Did you
Please,
dye your
please don't.
hair?
Ah, not my hair.
You dyed your skin?
Not intention.
Like bleaching?
Actually, no, not actually. Yes, intentionally, but not the way you think.
Yeah. She sounds more concerned. Yeah.
No, I'm still at the top of the stairs talking down,
Okay.
trying
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
um,
Sure.
uh, I mean,
Just come
this,
downstairs. She'll say, because this is
this,
getting more awkward by the minute. Because talking up at the hallway.
I'm coming down. Please don't scream. Please don't be up. Okay, you're gonna be
Please don't
upset.
scream. That's what she says.
Uh, yeah. Claire
Okay.
decides to walk very slowly downstairs, obviously kind of timidly.
Okay.
Um,
Because she could see you as you kind of cross the threshold of the stairs, and she'll look at you. Okay, I need you to make some sort of convince check at this point because
okay.
you are. I mean, you sound like you, sure, but you're gonna still have to like convince her to not like flee the room, because
All
you're
right.
not wearing makeup. You're just kind of like
No,
going down the stairs,
she's wearing her normal clothes.
right?
Her normal
Okay,
clothes. If you're wondering, yes, her tail's kind of flicking back and forth anxiously.
right. So,
Uh,
so
uh, I don't have my dice up with me because my friends are still here upstairs. And
okay.
could somebody roll two dice for me?
For
You
the
I
guys
can
don't
do
mind?
that.
convince, and I need to
Yeah,
get the
You
proper
guys get the
sheets out.
I
So
got that.
no worries. If I fail, I don't get any XP for this.
you already have 1 million. Don't worry about it.
All right, rolling dice. All right, that's two threes.
All right, that's a six on the die. What is this? A
Uh,
emotional check? A persona check?
that's what I'm just getting the
That's
fan main sheet
important.
out. No, I know. I'm getting the
It'd be
fan
an
main sheet out
emotional.
now.
One's a plus one.
Oh, okay. A success, but you're gonna have to. That's like the reassurance thing, I believe. Let me
What
just
is it?
double
Is it
check.
emotional or persona?
And they said it was
Emotional.
emotional.
Want to
Okay.
convince someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They will
So
do
that's
it,
a
but only
seven.
if you could reassure them. Okay, she is scared. She sees you come down the stairs, but it looks like you can kind of like, if you have to find some way to reassure her that you're not gonna like, I don't know, leap down the stairs and bite into her neck or something.
Mom, it's me. It's
Uh-huh.
Claire. Uh, do you remember that time when I was a kid where I got into the laundry detergent and I got it all over the floor and I thought I was gonna be snow, so I during Christmas and I literally put snow all over the living room floor because I wanted to make it look like a white Christmas. Do you remember that? And you remember that other
Sure.
time that I got that weird book series that you didn't like? What was that? What was it? What is that?
Probably like something very gothy, or like some sort of like, was it? You know what I mean? Like
I
something
was
more like horror leaning. Uh, I see you've been influenced by movies and books.
um
Look, maybe we should go see
Mom.
someone and you
I
know.
go over here and I'm like, Mom, it's me.
All right. She'll like hold herself down practically to the chair. Uh,
Can I try to give her a hug to try to
you
reassure
could,
hug?
yeah, that's fine. She will still be kind of terrified, and then she'll calm down a bit. All right. How? Why? What made you
So,
do this?
all right. So,
By the way,
you're
if
gonna
you
have to believe
okay,
a bunch of things that I'm gonna say, but they're all true because you can literally see them standing in front of you.
feel
Not normal.
free to abridge if you want to. For example, like this is events that happened here to here or something like that. Like if you want something taken out so you don't like frighten her too much, that's fine. But like if
She's
you
gonna
want
get
to,
the water. Oh, sorry.
you go ahead. No, no.
So basically, the watered down, sugar coated, magical adventure. So sorry, magic. So first,
Hmm.
magic exists. Okay,
Okay.
that it's real.
Yeah,
But
I can believe that. She can see you and you look very different. And there's no cosmetic surgery that does that.
and so me and some of my friends have been trying to save the school in the city. Just now
Okay.
that we've been helping out a lot of people, trying to make sure she goes through the events of, the entire thing with the trees, the forest, and then that's other time. She,
Right,
she
yeah.
starts explaining a bridge things that have been happening. Recently, she kind of like generally goes over, not giving too many details, but just enough for her to get an
Right.
idea. Does
Okay.
that make sense? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying,
No, no, I get you. You're going through the details, but cherry picking events so that they sound less threatening. Like you're
yeah,
like, oh yeah, this, and then we did this. Don't worry though, we were perfectly safe
yep.
doing these things.
No worry. This time we had adult supervision by a
Okay.
teacher. So, uh,
By a
after
do you
that,
do you
no, I
know
didn't
that?
say a teacher. I did
Okay.
not say a teacher.
Okay.
Because no, that's gonna go Karen mode, but I'm not gonna do that. But
Okay.
she's
Okay.
yeah. So recently we found out the thing that was behind all of it. Um, and I decided that there's a real chance that things weren't gonna go well. So I wanted to become more powerful. So I
But
took the chance.
but are you like that forever? Like is that your new you? Can you
Yeah.
turn back?
Ah, I don't believe so now. This is me. I can try to hide it, but I don't really want to.
And she's always been like, yes, easy to freak out, but she's been generally a nice mother. So she'll just be like, when you're at home, you should be yourself. Though it will take me a very long time to get used to who you are now. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna need some time and some space,
Yeah.
and
No,
uh,
I get it. Yeah.
and probably something from the liquor cabinet. She'll laugh. That was meant mostly as a
You can
joke.
always go. I mean, Fireball's pretty good.
No, no, she's not that kind of drinker. She's like, like she'll take out like a bottle of wine and be like, "Yeah, I'll be in the living room for a little bit." It seems like it's gone for her. She's just not fully settled with it, which is, expected.
Hey, when she was like, "Mom, thanks for not being," I thought you weren't gonna. I thought you were gonna hate me.
I No, you're still my daughter. You still have your memories of each other. I don't see why. No,
I don't know.
I the things that I am need space to contemplate are how do you interact with the rest of the family? How do you interact with life? How do you've made a permanent decision in your life, and now I have to sit and think about how. Well, you have to sit and think about it, but we need to work on that together. Okay?
Yeah,
And
we
she'll
can
she'll
do
like
it.
kind of leave the leave the room. And no, it's not like a cold way. Like she'll like
No,
kind of
no,
like
she needs some
hug,
space.
and it's just
No.
like she needs to figure
Yep.
this out because the rules for parenting. She's not parenting the same child. She's parenting a person, a different person. And so that's a bit of a shock. But it doesn't look like she's going to go running out looking for an exorcist. So that's good. you know.
Maybe I was too worried.
I the thing is,
She finally lets out a sigh.
here's the thing with with a tattoo or like an ear piercing or something like that. She has rules that she goes in her head. Okay, I know what to do in these responses, but this is a complete. What do you do as a parent when your kid comes down the stairs as a half demon creature, but says they did it for the right reasons and goes to explain it? She needs time to process that.
Oh,
you know?
that's why.
Okay, that's it. That scene just needed to get finished because we needed to know where the mother stood. If you failed miserably, she probably would have like called the local doctor or an exorcist or something, you know. But for the moment, she's just gonna need some alone time and a bottle of wine and to sit things through. So that's fine. And yeah, we can talk about kind of what people are doing this next day. Let me check my calendar because didn't. I was doing some other stuff involving characters, like examining people's sheets, and not the timekeeping part of it. What are other people up to? I assume this is not the night of it. This is like the day of the next day. I just have to see if it's a school day. I wasn't sure if it was or not. So let's see. I assume you didn't pop into it last night. You like in the morning when you came down, right? Or what time did you come to confront your mother? Just so I can get an idea.
It wasn't. I think it was. It was after like a couple hours later. It's like probably late afternoon, evening,
Okay,
or
so
was it the first
actually,
thing in the morning? When did she get home and have her talk with her sister? I don't
I
remember. It's been a while.
so you came back that like afternoon because you went in the afternoon, so you came out in the, you know what I mean? Like the time didn't change, so it would still have been like late afternoon by the time you talked to your sister, and by the time you went downstairs. So yeah, that would have been Saturday night. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. So then, um, if people are good with the other stuff that was going on, it could be Sunday morning, October the 22nd, 1995. There we go. Everything's optional again.
So it's Sunday right now.
Right, because so the Rat Queen meeting was Friday night.
Yep.
The other stuff that happened with at the back alley bookstore was Saturday,
Yeah,
and then stuff that happens on
was
Sunday. Sunday, yeah,
that
was Sunday morning.
ultimately we went into that other
Right,
realm
so it
and
still
basically
was
spent
Saturday for a while.
several days there to upgrade and came back out. It's Saturday. We didn't really do a recap, so I don't remember exactly where everything's at.
Sure,
so I apologize for that.
I could
Apologize
briefly
for
give a
that.
recap. It's actually not as bad in this way because basically the fast version of the recap is everybody was tooling up for a confrontation with both the Ice Titan and Phidias. Claire became a demon, and a bunch of people trained.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the really brief thing. That's basically what
Yeah.
happened. There was some equipment building. Oh, and two minor plot lines happened. You can't get in contact with your friend Nick anymore. A bunch of people showed up on his lawn and told him he had to go somewhere. And what was it? And Eddie's uncle is missing. Well, not missing. He's at home. He's more like spinning around in his chair and like eating his spark notes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like eating notes. They like to eat information. It's a habit. It's fine. Your uncle would have been fine with ditching his body to go visit aliens. He's fine. I'm sure he's great.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Really.
So I think that that Derek was going to. He was supposed to make the rope magical, so he was able to push it through the mirror.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken,
seems like
something along those lines.
non-magical items get sucked through like
Yeah. So
Yeah, once it's activated, it just basically takes non-magical items and shoves it through at Mach 1 or whatever. It just got
yeah,
catapults it out the other side.
so Derek basically worked to make it magical so that he was able to um so they were able to use it to get in without and potentially also get out.
Right.
Um, and so he would have worked on that. Um, and I forget if there was we had the ritual set up. I think we had everything else pretty well locked down,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
And
gathering paper and stuff from like the local craft store. That's right. There was a local craft store run, which again had a really weird name, but I'd have to look at my notes. But you guys went
yeah,
to the
yeah.
really weird craft store and picked up paperwork and stuff.
And I
And
think
I
we had done that. I think we really started doing that. We probably would have finished that up on
yeah,
Saturday.
that's what I assumed.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, unless other people had other things that they wanted to just say, I've got this or I've got that. I mean, I feel like we've got all the normal things that we would have. Um,
Hmm.
and so Derek would kind of like would switch into his heroic form at some point, and hopefully it would be after Claire's conversation and say, um, maybe reach out to Claire first and hey Claire, how's everything going this morning?
Oh, it's going fine. It actually went a lot relatively better than I thought.
Your mother's sipping
No,
I
like
didn't know
wine
my
in the
mom had
background.
that much. I didn't really realize how much wine my mom had.
Just
Uh,
like sharing a bottle tip.
yeah, I can see your mom being somebody who needs to throw back every once in a while.
yeah, but
Um, yeah, well, good. I'm glad that went well.
yeah, I'm
All right.
just really happy she doesn't hate me. I don't really know why I thought that. I guess I was being stupid. I know I was being so scared about that.
Well, I mean, it could have been a really big shock for her, and
It
she,
was.
well, yeah, but I mean, like so big that she just, she could have gone catatonic. She could have just got up and left. She could have, thought that she needed to, call a priest. It could have gone really bad. So if it went decent, then it can only get better.
Yeah.
Um, so
I know she wants to talk about it later, but it's probably be after all the things we finish.
yeah,
Probably
yeah,
after Halloween, we'll have a good talk about
yeah,
the future. So,
cool. I'm gonna hit up everybody now, and see where everybody's at, and maybe we can get moving forward on this, right?
I'm ready to then finish this so we can move on with our lives.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
And he'll just switch it so now everybody can hear. Hey, everybody.
Morning,
This is
everybody.
Derek and Claire. How's everybody doing this morning?
Time is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
9 in the morning?
yeah, Derek. I was about to say nine, about nine. That's what you guys had some long. Oh, you didn't have. You kind of rested at the place too. You could have picked any time, but since Derek's basically you being the alarm clock, he can pick. you know.
Yeah, it would have been like probably like 9, 10 o'clock. Um, yeah, just want to check in on everybody, see how everybody's doing, and if people are ready to get together and start moving, moving forward. I mean, we should be able to get into the school on Sunday. That'd probably be a good day to do it because there shouldn't be anybody there this time of the day, time of the weekend, and
You
hopefully
know
we
that
can.
door by the smoking section? That
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
usually that's usually always open. That's the way the janitors come and go on the weekends.
okay, yeah. So we can get in there, make our way over to the bathroom, and just 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 get in. You know what I mean? Like let's not mess around with what we need to do at this point. Let's just let's pull the trigger.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, come up with an idea of like when you're meeting, what time, right? And we can proceed forward, I guess. Let's see.
Look, I mean, I can be there in 5 minutes.
Hmm.
I have to still have to get dressed and eat, but I can be there right after that.
It might take me a little bit longer. I have a lot of stuff to put on top of myself, but I'll try to
Yeah,
be there as soon as I can. Ah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that'll do.
I can start heading that way myself. Um, and yeah. So let's just all get to, and we'll like let's get to that shed. Um, and then we'll because that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing suspicious about us meeting up there. Um, and then from there, once everybody gets there, we'll all move to that door and get inside.
Okay.
And I'll
So
keep this I'll keep this open. Once I start moving, I'll have to turn it off. But once
It's
I
fine.
get there, I'll turn it back. I'll turn it back on, and that way people can be in communication if they're running late.
okay. Let's see. Hmm. Who has the lowest mystical of the group? I'd have to look,
Oh,
but
that would be me.
sure. Can you make me a 2d6 and mystical check as you approach the school grounds? You're kind of like converging on a location. Besides, Eddie would get there first. You move really fast.
This is
Yeah.
true. Doesn't okay. Oh, that's great. Is you want me to just tell you what my mystical like? You want me to give you the final number?
Yeah, give me the final number, please. 2d6 and your mystical.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. That's 3.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
As you approach, as you start to approach the shed, which is the meeting point, you see a guy in a janitor suit, hat, and it says Frank Mills, and he's like going around, like doing the stuff that he should be doing, like taking stuff out of the shed, working on the plant. You know what I mean? Like, oh, not plants,
Mm.
the outside of the building. Doing general maintenance work. Probably checking like rat traps, which they probably need more of around the campus. Um, but yeah, if people remember from God knows how many episodes ago, he's the janitor you saved the life of, who you found in the shed.
I,
Um,
I, I actually somehow remembered that. Um, yeah, he
so
was like
take that for what you will.
he was encased in something.
He was a case of
Uh,
cocoon, like
yeah, in
some
the
sort of vine
cocoon.
cocoon. Yeah,
Yeah, and we saved his life, and so he owes it to us.
right.
We actually communicated with him, correct?
I'm not sure if he was still unconscious. I think you cleaned him up and kind of gave him to the police. Like that's what you did with this guy. I don't.
I thought that we had communicated with him at some point, and he like um I thought so. Like I thought that there was like some recollection of who we were.
I think you guys were intentionally trying to not get in contact with him or that
Oh, okay.
area because they were trying to avoid police entanglement. Uh,
Sure.
so,
Okay.
but here's the thing. Um, Let me do something funny. I'm going to. Normally you don't roll dice or something, so I'm gonna like flip a coin and see if he like has like a vague memorance, right? And being like, not necessarily you guys heads or tails.
Tails.
Does that vote for everybody? I just want to make sure.
Yep, tails
Okay,
never fails.
flip.
They called it.
Or
Oh
has
my
shreds.
god! All right. Somewhere probably he might have an idea of who you guys are. Probably he was like coming in and out of consciousness and heard like your voices or something. So, as you approach this man, again, you don't necessarily know that, but you're approaching this man, and do you try to talk to him or do you just kind of like avoid him?
You know what? I try to talk to him.
Okay.
I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'll just say good morning and act like it's casual to talk to the guy on Sunday morning.
Okay. Uh, he will greet you. He's never been, he recognizes you as kind of like a student. You're not in. Are you in superhero garb, or are you just like
What?
walking? You're like
Same
glowing or
thing.
anything?
No, I would have done what
It's
I
just
usually do,
okay.
and like flashed over to behind a bush or something, changed and
Okay. He looks. He has this like when you say hi to him, he does greet you back, and then he has like a weird like moment. He goes, "Do I know I know you as a student, but," he goes, I feel like I know you. Who who are you?"
yeah. And then Eddie will be like, "Oh, you might know me a little better like this, right? And then transforms.
He's shocked a little bit, like any normal person would be, and he goes, "Oh, thank you for saving my life. You and your friends. I thought there were multiple voices." So he'll say multiple voices. Especially one of them. He doesn't. Derek would probably be the closest like voice that he's heard the most of, but he heard other people. Um, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know.
Yeah, thank you. We were thinking we actually had some business to take care of at school. If you wouldn't mind,
Oh yeah, no, he
would
goes, anything for you guys, and he like pulls out a set of keys to the building basically, and he's like, just don't tell my boss. And he like, I'm assuming that's what you need from him. That's what he's like. That's the only thing he can really offer you.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. We have some business to
Just
attend to.
just put them back in the shed when you're done.
hmm We'll get this right back to you.
Okay. And then yeah, that's it. I just thought it'd be fun to bring that guy back for that scene. And the rest of you guys can meet up if you, I assume, shortly after.
Yeah, Derek would get there pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because he probably woke up reasonably early, as weird as that might sound. Mostly just because he was nervous for Claire, so he would have gotten himself all prepared. I'd also like to say that 'cause I don't remember the last place I left the Hound, but let's just say that I kind of feel like I might have left him here at school. So I'm gonna
I mean, you
have
could have
him,
left him here. That's fine. He could have
yeah,
migrated here. I
yeah,
remember the last time you talked about the Hound, you were using him near the rat area,
okay,
the
yeah,
Rat Queen area. But you could have had him go back there as his default location. Like, kind of
yeah.
want. He had a day,
Well,
you know.
and especially like last night, I could have said, "Oh, hey, get up and go over there,"
Right.
because at
Yeah.
night it'd be
Exactly.
a lot less likely. So he would have just like made himself a pile under something, and yeah, and so I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna call him over, and he's still wearing his like
Raggies. Yeah. Yeah.
ratty rug, like I kind of picture it as like a gray bear rug, so he just looks like a real terribly mangy wolf. And then I'm gonna see Frank walking away, and I'm gonna kind of get myself hidden and transform and close to Eddie, but see Eddie transformed also and be like, oh, uh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna talk to Frank?
No, to Eddie, no
Oh,
to
to
Eddie,
Eddie. Got it. Sorry.
because
Eddie
Frank's walking away.
Eddie will be kind of awkward still, like around Derek. Not intentionally, but just a little bit like, oh, good morning. Uh, do you sleep well?
Not super well, to be honest. I got some sleep. I was a little bit nervous for Claire this morning. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good for the most part. Um, and and he's got a cup. He's like, "Did you want anything? You don't drink coffee, right?
Oh, no, no.
You drink tea though,
No
right?
coffee needed. Ooh, I like tea. I
Yeah,
like
I got you some tea." And he holds up a travel cup. He's like, I didn't know what kind, but I just guessed a
Oh,
jasmine.
oh yeah, thank you. I haven't had jasmine tea in a while, and,
Yeah.
and Eddie takes a sip. Ooh, this is very nice. Did you add anything? Is like a sweetener?
No, I just wished for the thing that you wanted, and
Well, I like it very much.
good.
No,
Oh, you
I
wished
must
for it?
admit,
I'm
Uh,
just
I,
I'm just
I'm just
asking. I'm just asking.
I'm saying that kind of jestfully.
Oh, okay then. I just wanted to
Yeah.
see if you rolled for tea and destroyed the universe. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you need me to, but I think that he would have
No,
made it.
no, I'll just let that go. I was just
Yeah,
playing with you.
yeah. I'm just kind of playing with the whole thing.
I must admit, I'm feeling my oats this morning.
Cool, cool. I I wish I had something funny to say about oats, but yeah. What did you talk to Frank?
Yeah, Frank. He lent me these keys, and I hold up a ring of
It is
keys.
a janitor's key set, so it is like you
Yep.
know, we're individual classrooms, the bathroom,
Let's
um,
see here. We can access
probably the
pretty much any
principal's
room.
office, which you haven't had keys for yet. Or so it's a pretty good set of keys. That's like endgame gear, right? Like anywhere in the school.
Yeah, that I
Goes in the key
need
item
See,
slot.
saving
I
Frank
need
is important.
yeah, I'm did he see you in your form?
Yeah, I figured he would recognize me, and he did.
Oh,
He
nice.
probably would have recognized you sooner.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I always liked Frank. He does a good job around here. I'm glad he's good and still, doing what he does. Uh,
Yeah, I'm sure Nick appreciates it too, all the greenery around here.
yeah, yeah. Um, well, yeah, I think Dean should be along, and I can probably pinpoint who's
Yeah.
around.
Well, I
Uh,
figured when the conversation starts to get awkward and pausey, that's when other players are kind of like flying in or like running in
yeah,
behind you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just kind of creeping
yeah,
in the background.
yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like I can sense Dean's gonna be here soon, and the other
And
two shouldn't be too far behind. Um,
and and
hey, I just want to let you know, I'm really glad that we're friends, and you've been a really big part of this whole thing.
Thank you for letting me join your news group and your lunch table. It's been the least lonely lunch experience I've had ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
All right, Derek, say this.
finally finally to have
Yeah.
people at school to talk to has really been huge for me.
hmm Yeah, this is I've always had Claire, and she's awesome, and Dean and Amos they've really grown on me. They're excellent. They're excellent people. And but we've made so many friends, and it just feels nice. You and Lewis and Nick and all the people we've helped. It just yeah. I don't think we couldn't have saved those cheerleaders without you. So that was it's been clutch.
So
Uh,
as you finish that phrase, they're like,
yeah.
"Wow, without my friends, we would have never made it through it." They awkwardly arrive pretty much about that time behind you guys, again, kind of in the forest area, because that makes the most sense. So you're like,
Oh, hey
"Oh, without
Dean.
my friends, that you know."
Hey Claire.
All
hey
right.
guys, what's up?
So
Oh, not much.
Claire comes in wearing the hat, the umbrella and hat and uh that was given to her, but she's also wearing very baggy clothes. You could see that she put the outfit is at least in the colors that she likes, but it still looks really ridiculous on her. But she feels a lot more comfortable with the style at the very least. So
uh, Derek sees you and just gets a huge smile on his face and just goes, Claire, you look amazing. And he just like hops up and gives you a hug.
yeah, you
Um,
really think so? I don't look ridiculous. I tried my
you,
best, but thanks to you. I could at least do
you,
this.
you look amazing. You're beautiful. And I this looks so good.
Thank you. She gives you a hug back. Yeah, thank you for checking up on me this morning. But
Yeah, of course.
but yeah. Hi guys.
Hey.
How's your evening? How's yesterday? Things went a little. I'm doing fine.
I'm glad to hear it, Claire. I was worried about you.
You guys were worried about me.
Well, mostly about you, your interaction with your mother, because I know that can be difficult.
Yeah, it went a lot better than I thought. I mean, I didn't realize how much wine was in the house, but she didn't run away and she didn't say she hated me. Just granted, she expected it was another piercing. I mean, then she thought my dyed my skin. I mean, technically I did,
It kind of
but
looks like a piercing, though.
I mean, horns could be a piercing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
See, he gets it. Yeah. Thank you, you guys. Appreciate it. Uh, yeah, but oh my God, I'm not this. I never thought I'd have this many friends. God, she puts her hat over her eyes. She's being flustered,
This is the
but
most
she's
glitter
happy to
hearts.
see it.
This is the most glitter hearts scene in the glitter hearts game right now. It took 20 episodes plus to get here, but we're here.
we're finally playing Glitter Hearts.
Guys, it took us like a couple of years out of character, but we finally did it.
Yeah.
But I back in character. It's like, yeah, really, you guys are really. I never thought I'd say you guys. You guys really are the best friends I have. You guys have been very supportive, and yeah, I'm ready to kick ass today.
Is everyone feeling their oats? Eddie will say really loudly.
Oats? Oh, oats.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's that idiom about feeling your oats.
Cheerios? Like oats?
Derek
Oh.
hasn't taken his arm, like his left arm has been around you this whole time, and he just
Cricket
leans over
chirps in
his,
the background.
and he just leans over, just go with it. I have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, oats.
Oh no, yes. Well, of course I would take it. I am ready. I am a woman, girl. No, woman. I am a woman.
Demon, hear me roar. I don't know.
I mean, I for one have been definitely hitting the oats. Out of character, the one thing you guys would notice about Amos is that he has put on some muscle since you last seen him.
He's
He's been really hitting the iron.
Hitting the gym.
Well, I
Oh,
wasn't there, so when I wasn't there last week or a few days ago, I was really hitting that gym.
mhm.
Claire looks at you and like, I thought I had a transformation.
Oh, Derek is actually significantly stronger as well. I started out with a negative in strength. I currently have a +1 in strength.
Well, you would
So
know that usually Claire is a little like isn't that well put together when it comes to her persona, which is why she gets flustered easily. She still gets flustered, but now it's at a 0.
nice.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I went from
I only had enough. I only had enough of after enough points left for as a +0.
yeah, I
Better
couldn't
than
get the perfect build either, but I went from 0 to 1 physical, so that's what I was
nice.
referring.
So we're
Unfortunately,
equally as strong. Nice.
Okay.
Claire can heal now, so that's what matters.
Derek can also heal.
And Claire's like, yeah, but
Actually, as Derek is hugging you, you can feel like loving energy coming off of him. Obviously, you don't need to be healed, but you can feel this magical warmth coming off of him. Like he's still actively trying to heal you now, just to show you how much he loves you.
I'm glad that it's magical healing specified and not religious holy healing or something like that. Because it would be
Yeah.
like, oh, you're healing me. Ooh, it kind of tingles though.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like walking over, like taking like 1 damage every other.
Well, it's like no, you heal for 2, then take 1. So you'd heal for 1. It would be just like tingling,
Yeah.
tingling sensation.
Yeah, there'll be no power of Christ here, I promise.
No. That's what
That
I
would be
assume.
that would
It's just
definitely be a negative.
but yeah, no, I assume magic healing is not the same, so we're good there.
You really, I don't think I've ever seen you so happy.
Me?
Yeah, with everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I've been so
like-
glum and dark for so long, and I just feel like I'm leaving that behind. I mean, there's definitely. He looks over at the wolf. It's like, I mean, it's not completely gone.
I mean, as someone who loves delving into the supernatural, gothic things, dark things in general, it's okay to like those things, but it's nice to see you happy. that's different. You definitely seem happier about things, more for yourself. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. He looks you right in the eye, and yeah, no, I do. And then he looks to Eddie, for a moment, and then over to Amos, and then like reaches his arm out and like grabs Dean, and like pulls him in, and it's just like, yeah, it feels really good.
Okay. So you guys gather up.
Well,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
hey guys, I just want to say I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, fuck, we better go. Fuck, time to go kick. Heck yeah, let's go.
Are you sure? I could probably wish us up some bubblegum if you really,
No.
if you wanted,
Save.
some, just, if you did, you just let me know.
Eddie
Can I have
like, wait, hold on
actually?
one sec, and disappears.
Can I have Can I have sunglasses?
Eddie just vanishes.
Okay.
Does anybody have sunnies? Like really cool looking sunnies.
Let me look. You want some sunglasses?
Yeah, I want cool.
Don't do it.
You.
This will be the time. Don't do it.
You know what? I'm not.
Damn
I'm gonna
it.
wait. You know what? I love you, Claire, but I feel like I'm about to push my luck. So I want to at least push my luck when I'm standing in front of something that needs to get fucked as hard as I do.
I can push my luck. I mean, it's just a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, you above the table. You took Wish as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, sunglasses.
If it comes out cool, let me know. You can describe what sunglasses come out.
Yeah, but his is different. He's just gonna take a point of damage. Derek's, because of the way we didn't adjudicate it, his might like cause a ripple to reality or some shit. So
Something makes the awakening.
Why is that?
because when we initially did the skill, we didn't read the part that he took damage, so he kept using it over and over again. So what I assume is there's some sort of weird dimensional Faustian thing going on where it's like, oh, I'll keep giving you what you want until it goes really bad.
Yeah, and
It's just like,
and like every time I roll Wish, I keep getting what I want, and so it's been like, and I don't always roll well, but for some reason with Wish, I've always rolled well.
I just think it's more funny that his works on a timer. He's not taking damage, but it'll probably be 100 times worse. So don't worry about
I'm
balance.
gonna make a wish, and like I could TPK the party right in this moment just for a pair of sunglasses.
We could figure out what the implication is. It's probably some variant of what you did and what you wished for.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Anyway, so Amos, if you want to roll for sunglasses, that's fine. That's up to you. And I assume Eddie is rating.
I'm joking. She doesn't need them.
From a local store.
Well, I did just roll, and I rolled a nat 12.
Okay. Whatever sunglasses you imagined that you'd want, you can have.
And you also get a PowerPoint.
Hell yeah!
Making random stuff for people.
Almost more important than the sunglasses.
Yeah. No, my build was supposed to be like built around PowerPool, and it's like so hard to get.
Yeah.
I think all these sunglasses just starts milking it for PowerPoints.
All right, let me think of sunglasses. They look like what are those called? Sunflowers.
Oh man.
Like big sunflowers, but the actual petals are like almost real. I mean, they're made out of fabric, but they're almost real, and they like move around in the breeze. And then there's also gemstones encrusted, like fake. Well, I mean, they're
It's a
not
12,
real.
so yeah, sure, just go ahead. Yeah.
Sure, maybe even real gemstones.
Why not?
Encrusted in the rims.
When Claire puts them on, Derek is gonna go, that is so Elton John of you.
Don't worry, guys. They're only like more money than you'll ever have in your life on her sunglasses. It's fine.
Somewhere Elton John is missing his sunglasses.
She looks at us like this is. Thank you. My God.
This sounds like something Dean would have worn in his first costume or his first transformation.
Oh, yeah, with the ornate masks and stuff. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh, Eddie shows up at this point and is like,
Okay.
Dean, this is all I had, and it's a big bag of Big League Chew.
Ooh, Claire goes over and takes one and starts chewing it. She puts the
Oh,
sunglasses on.
Big
Oh,
League Chew isn't a one. It's like
It's like
if
it's
you
like a
remember, it's like
shredded.
shredded. It's like shredded
It's
gum.
meant to
So
be
it's
like tobacco, but bubble gum.
yeah, yeah.
Claire has no idea what that is, what you said. All she knows is that they were looking for bubble gum and she has sunnies now, so she wants to look cool. She just takes like a handful and just starts chewing it because she assumes that it's for the group for how big it
as
is.
much
Yeah.
as yeah, I'm just picturing that you have like fangs and stuff, so like chewing bubble gum is even weirder. Anyway,
You see her, she goes like she has opens her mouth, open, close a bunch time, a little bit wider, a little because she's not used to her fangs having fangs and like it getting stuck. Ah, ah. She tries to blow a bubble. Tries, quote
Out
unquote.
of character, I have blown bubble gum with prosthetic fangs before. Uh,
is it more
and
awkward? Just out of curiosity.
it actually kind of lets you like
Oh, I
form
see.
it better.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All
there's
right.
that.
So you guys are all tooled up. You've got your sunglasses and your bubble gum. I assume you're gonna what? Enter the building and start messing around with things.
All we
One
need is
more
rock music,
One
and
more.
that'd be perfect.
one more question. So
Sure.
I think on a 10 plus, I get 2 holds. Can I use that at any point later?
You need to. I feel like the two hold has to be used on. Hmm.
In like, so I would get 2 items in like,
No, no. You could. I would just have you make two other items. It would be weird for you to hold on to it and then randomly pull it out. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's I have a feeling that I can alter reality today very well.
okay. But my point is, if you okay, okay, okay. So there's two options I'll give you. One is that you can make two mundane objects when you need them, basically, for free because you have it had a success. Or the other option is you could kind of like make the things in advance as equipment and things, and go with it that way. Whatever makes it easier for you.
Let's just say I have ability to summon another item in like
Sure,
the next very near future,
sure.
and then it goes
Okay.
away. I don't know.
So you basically have two charges of mundane item in your possession that you can
Yeah,
use
yeah,
later.
yeah.
Okay.
Or one
Um.
of the other options. There's a couple of other options, but
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. That's fine. Any other questions before we proceed into the school building? And then we decide what rooms you want to visit, since you have the entire row of keys. And basically, the janitor is going to be looking the other way as a team of heroes will be wandering in.
No, I
Okay.
think we're good.
All right. Who? Well, you have the keys, I guess. Eddie, do you want to open doors and the stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll we'll just go straight through one of the like side entrances.
Sure.
You know.
Sure. Okay. Just for fun's sake, we'll do the side entrance that leads into the main hall where your club room would be. So that's where
Yes,
you guys are
that's the
gonna
one I was
enter.
imagining. The
Okay.
one that
Yep.
we rushed out of during that
Right.
fight.
So you're going down, well, to the north of that. So you'd be coming in, yeah, because the shed's behind. That makes sense. So you'd be coming
Mhm.
in that door. Okay. So you go in that door. You could just, you don't have to describe really like traveling because you're traveling in the building. But any other places you want to visit before you go and visit that bathroom?
Good question. Was there any of Seven Wonders we did not explore? Now would be the time.
Let me look at the list. I have some inactive ones, or ones that we like. We don't necessarily need to look into that. But let me look at where we are.
Ghostly voices heard from the principal's office. That was one.
That was one. Yep. I had the Seven Wonders as like little things, like tabs, and then I had like statuses on them.
Yes, I see that right now.
Oh, maybe I can just use the find Seven Wonders. There we go. 7 Wonders. Bookmark. There we go. Ghostly voices from the principal's office. Bathroom mirror to the after. Oh nope, that one's actually completed because this hasn't been updated recently. You know where that goes. That's the gateway. So ghostly voices from the principal's office. So the only one you haven't checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess that's like right off the hall, right?
Yep.
So I'll stop by the principal's office, say, does anyone want to check this out? I know we've been hearing rumors about those
I
disembodied
mean,
voice.
maybe we might find something. There could be something there that might help us.
Well, now that we have the chance, I have the keys. Never had those
Fine.
before.
Okay. Well, open the principal's office, I guess. No skill required. You have the
Yep.
keys.
Look around. Is there anyone there?
Nope. If there was, the janitor probably would have made some sort of cover story for you guys and like shooed them away. So he's being useful. Okay. You just gonna open the door and kind of explore in there.
Creaks open.
Creak open. The room is dark because, except for some light that was coming in from the window, it is what you'd expect of a principal's office: big oak desk, large, impressive oak chair, with a fine like pillow, embroidery and stuff on the back, and then you can roll wits about you.
Okay.
I know that sounds kind of awkward and weird for just entering a room, but this is a wits about you moment.
I do believe you.
Since you're the person at the door, everyone else can do it afterwards, but you're basically taking up the doorway.
So that's a 9.
Okay. The only price that you'd have to pay is being shocked. Are you okay with that? You just kind of
Yeah.
make noise. Okay.
Oh.
In the chair where the principal would be is a large wooden puppet that's kind of laying on top of a desk. That's shocking. It's a human-sized wooden puppet, just on the desk, leaning from the chair.
I do not like marionettes. Does anyone else here like marionettes?
I mean, I'm not into that type of gothic, but
What's the principal's name?
Oh, the principal? I have it. Hold on. Give me a second. I should have looked that up before you guys entered the room. Let's see. Principal. I had it. I swear.
Did have that written down. Let's see.
Sorry. That's my bad. That's Griff. Make sure. Oh, hold on. Let me do a Swift search. Principal. Okay. Yep. Alexander Warren. So, Principal Warren is apparently, there's a shape of a marionette that is about the right size to be Principal Warren. And it's kind of collapsed from its chair onto the desk.
Dean grabs him by the arms and makes his arms start moving around I'm Principal Warren. What are you folks doing in my office on a Sunday morning?
I start chuckles
Dean, if I were you, I wouldn't miss any more school. Otherwise, I'll have to hold you back another year.
Well, I would give you guys rolls for shock, but now that you've been warned that there's a big wooden puppet in there, it's not really that shocking. But yes, Dean, you can go ahead and move the marionette. Because you're up close, you can see that the marionette on the back and has all sorts of weird runic writing on it that you can't really decipher very well, and a big sort of gem at the back.
Can I take the gem off? Can I remove the gem?
You want to? Okay, no, you can make a roll if you want. Do you want to try to take that gem off of it?
I do.
Okay.
I'm
gonna let a quick action happen when you try to do that. Derek, and maybe somebody else might know this. You see Dean futzing with something at the back of the wooden doll. You see the glow of a purplish glow, and he's trying to pry off whatever the heck is back there. Do you do something to stop him, or do you just let him do whatever he's gonna do there?
If Derek sees that purple gem,
looks like it.
Before Dean even gets over to it, I'm gonna go, Dean, don't touch that.
Well, he would be back there like it wouldn't start glowing unless he started futzing with it. So he's messing
Okay.
with it.
Well, so
Yeah.
again, as soon as I start to see that purple glow, I'm gonna go, Dean, stop.
Or
That's up to
what?
what
It's gonna
deed.
go on my permanent record.
Okay.
That's
That-
that. And he's gonna kind of like walk over and like look at it, like
no-
that's like the same gem that we dealt with before.
Yeah,
Oh,
it could explode.
That's the one that was in the bracelet your girlfriend had on her dog. That was the one that I was carrying around in my bag that caused
oh
the whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah, yo,
Hey,
man.
is there? Can we like maybe somehow use this for later? I mean, I don't want to carry this big old doll around with me, but
Give it to me. I will be the bulwark against whatever evil can come out of it.
I mean, that that might have another piece of Phidias in it.
hey, look at me. I'm Amos. I pick things up and put it down.
Uh, I can whatever it is, I can handle it.
Okay.
Just
So
don't
are you
touch the
abducting the
purple gem.
principal? Are you abducting the principal? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're picking up the wooden doll and dragging it out of the room.
Because it sounds like, look, guys, if I'm reading the room correctly, the principal, this is the principal. This is the Phidias has been literally puppeting the principal to us. Like we had a suspicion about this. I remember thinking this at one point, and we never went
Like it
into
was
it.
like episode 2 or something.
Yeah,
Like
like we were
something
like
like that.
questioning. You were like basically telling us the teachers and faculty that we had questions about, and the principal definitely came up, and like this this is it. I mean, he's like this is what he's been doing. He's been trying to pull all of the strings and control everything, and this is just literally one of his puppets. I
Well, you came
mean,
on a Sunday, so it was deactivated mode. It was on
sure,
sleep
sure, sure,
mode.
sure. Well, I'm saying all this to the group. Um, so like I mean, I don't know what you guys want to do with the puppet, but I
I
think
mean,
touch it
how big is it?
Picture a
human size.
human-sized. So he was a tall, lanky man. So like a 6 foot ish
Oh,
wooden
so it's just like
marionette man.
I see.
With covered in weird like demonic writing and a weird purple gem stuck on the back of it.
Um, can I glimpse the truth about it?
Sure, why not?
Um, where's my lucky dice rolling thing? Fuck. God damn it. Oh, here it is. All right. Big
And then
number, big number,
you
big
can tell
number.
me what you're trying to glimpse when you finish your.
Let's see, that's not a very big number, but my big brain is big. I got a 7, so I think that's like one
You get one.
thing.
Yeah, one.
7 is yeah, it's just one. Um uh huh.
I mean, it's something close to those words. It doesn't have to be exact to it. It's just
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
leaning
yeah.
on it.
Is like are the what I guess what are the runes like like are they well, I mean, are they
Okay.
dangerous? Are the runes in this thing dangerous?
No, it doesn't seem like touching or getting near the runes is going to cause you any harm. This is the spell work of making this thing function. So these are like the writing over it is what makes the limbs and stuff work. That's what you've determined. So like it's not like there's a weird curse on it as per se. It's just like the spell takes up the large majority of its body to make it function properly. Unsurprisingly.
I see. So I guess it doesn't pose any actual
At
danger.
the moment, no. However, messing with it and maybe damaging the gem might alert the person who owns it that someone is futzing with it. Currently, all Zeppo did was kind of pick it up and like play at it, but he didn't really like try to like knock the gem loose or something.
I see.
So we tie up its hands and feet.
You could have fun with your doll. That's I don't unless someone stops you. He's just a big floppy wooden man.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking like if in case
In case he
it's
wakes up.
activated later.
Yeah, until he activates and becomes like like the toys from what's the Nutcracker?
The,
I
the
thought you
weird
were gonna say Andy's coming.
the weird part is people have met the principal, and obviously he wasn't like a wooden doll. So whatever enchantment or something they use to activate him makes him look like a principal. At least it's
I vote that
passively enough.
we leave this here because we're going to face Phidias anyway.
I see.
Just tie up the principal and like leave the room.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
honestly.
Good. That's fine with me. I just wanted to let you guys know that this was here. That's all. I hope you
Before,
appreciate it.
before we leave, did you read my message?
Let's see.
Fool's luck.
I would like to roll Fool's Luck when appropriate. Oh, is that the thing where you get a clue? I think you can do that as you exit the principal's office. I think I know what that's about. I just have to. What's the page number again for that? You
I'll
should
tell
have it
you.
on your sheet. I think it's early on.
Yeah, it's 23.
23. All right. I'll get back to your Fool's Luck as you guys proceed. Let's see. Lovable goof. Fool's Luck. Sometimes you practically. Oh, tell me if you succeed, first of all.
Okay. I succeed.
Okay.
9.
Fool's Luck. Proactive to the scene. Okay. Trying to think about. Sorry, just give me 1 second while you guys, I assume, proceed to the bathroom for the next stage of this. What would make the most sense?
To see the wizard, the wonderful wizard.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. You nearly trip over what looks to be an old, dusty thing of like hair dye, like white hair dye.
He does.
Welcome to random. So basically, there's like something that's been sitting on the floor for like half a year, and it's like an old, bent up thing of white hair dye.
Well, hey guys, this is weird. What's the principal doing with old hair dye on his floor?
Well, you're like leaving the office. It's not in his office. It's like as you're proceeding down the hallway, you find one like by a locker. It's been just dropped here or something, and no one's bothered to clean it up. I guess Frank forgot this one.
Ooh, can I roll on that?
Sure. You want to try to what? Roll
Figure out
like
what that is?
sure.
Yeah, glimpse of the truth, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see here.
CSI in it. Do.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Last time you found something, you found an old scarf. It turned out to be belonging to one of the villains. So I could see you being like, "Wait, what is that?"
Yeah, what is this? Does it mean it's a Sunday? Who left this here? That's a 9.
Okay.
It's not the best.
But you're basically asking, "What is this?" Like in general, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
It has been here for like almost a year. Like it's been sitting on the floor. It's just kicked under like near a locker. As you grab it, you have a vague recollection of seeing. So Jonathan was a year ahead of you guys, but you do remember hearing legends of like how he was a bully and he dyed his hair white because that was the thing that he did, and so like. This is like a tube of his old hair dye that has been cast aside and thrown under a locker.
Hmm.
Okay.
So it's just been used?
Well, it's been not used like a long time ago. This is like I said, you found what like the expiration date is probably not good either, but like it's just kind of like
So
a used.
I think it belongs to the old principal, or?
No, it belongs to probably the person that you're looking for. The last missing student.
Oh, the 004.
004.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
sorry, I should have referred to him by his real name now. 004's
What's the other name again?
Jonathan Winters.
Jonathan Winters.
Yeah, the Winters boy. Yeah.
Oh gosh. And and he would say something like, "This might belong to Mr. Winters. I feel like we should hold on to it."
What color was it?
white. He dyed his hair white because he thought it was
Oh.
cool. He was a bully, so he's like, I'm gonna be even crazier, and just dyed his
So
hair
is
white.
it bleach or is it like one of those toners?
It's like a white paste, like you buy at like Hot Topic to make your hair white. You know, like it's like that
This
stuff.
stuff is
Oh,
this
this is
stuff
like
is
instant stuff.
gross.
That,
It's gross.
It doesn't really work.
yeah,
It just like dries and gets flaky, and then you
yeah,
look
this
like
is
you
the cheap stuff.
I remember
You're a
this
high
kid
school
now.
student. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course you do. Everyone
I
like you.
remember this kid
You might not
now.
have
This
met
kid,
him. Yeah. Go ahead.
everybody thought he just had really bad dandruff. Ah, man, I felt bad for him. Like I liked the idea of the white hair, but he just went about it the wrong way. Oh man, this poor kid is just he sucked in life, and now he's been sucked into something else. Oh, we gotta help this kid in so many ways.
But don't be too hard on him.
I'm
He
not,
still
I'm
has
not. He was, I
many
mean,
years ahead of him.
I mean, he was a bully, and he was just trying to be even more of a bully, and then people just like laughed at him behind his back because he wasn't really that good at being a bully, and then he just looked like he had really bad dandruff, and it just nothing was going for him, and I mean, and then this happened. I felt bad for him back then. I feel bad for him now.
I'm
Well,
just saying maybe he could change, turn over a new leaf.
I hope so. I mean, considering where he's been for the last year plus, I think that he's probably gonna if he's even mentally still there, I think he'll want to change a lot of things in his life. Let's get down there to help him.
okay.
So out of characters, is that where we're heading now?
Yeah.
Is to deal
Yeah.
with him?
I think that's what the plan was. Yes.
Yeah, we're heading towards
Okay.
your bathroom to go through the mirror to go to the realm where the ice golem, which is
Dean's
Jonathan
office.
Winter. Yeah. Well, it's the realm beyond Dean's office, or the other realm beyond Dean's office, because yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, well, Taco Tuesday caused me to rip a
yeah,
tear in the fabric
that's
of
exactly what
Ryan's face,
that's what I
and
was
this
trying
poor
to
boy
imply.
got
Thank you,
sucked in there.
thank you for making that joke.
All right.
Great, Howard.
I'm gonna take a like a 2 minute like bathroom break. You guys can discuss stuff behind my back and maybe strategize or something, and I'll
Mhm.
be right back.
Ooh.
What is up with that little mustache? Oh, it just doesn't sit on his face right.
It doesn't know where to belong.
It's like
Like,
it's
where
up
is this lip?
up by one of his eyebrows sometimes. What is going on there? So confused. Um, I think we just set ourselves up, jump through the hole. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the exposition and the interpersonal stuff. But let's jump into it and figure out how we can save this kid. And I think we're gonna have to fight this one though. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
gonna
think we
be.
might have to just because there's this is they don't have the state of mind to react to us like a person.
I'm thinking that what we're gonna have to like beat on him a little bit, and then once he starts to weaken, then we can try to communicate with him and bring him back to reality and rescue him without completely destroying it.
I think my sword will cut through him like melted butter.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that I took a move that increases my damage.
uh-huh.
Oh,
Cool. That's
yikes.
awesome. That's awesome. Um, yeah. So but again, let's really
Well,
try to identify a point where we start to see him and and occasionally whoever feels like they make the best arguments, um and I feel like that might be Amos, um or I mean it might be me because I have a pretty high persona, um but whoever makes the best arguments, um but like every attack, try to say something, try to like, you know, talk about him, whatever you can remember about him that's positive at all. Just keep hammering away at him emotionally as much as we are physically. Sorry, Amos.
So wait, so
All right,
is
I'm
he
back.
the golem? I guess I'm like, are we trying to kill him? Like,
No, the golem is this student named Jonathan Winters who has been missing for over a year now.
yeah,
And
just like
so,
all this talk about slicing and like butter, we're
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah. Well, because of how long he has been changed from human to this other type of entity, it might be a lot harder for us. Uh, like all the other people that we've dealt with like Nick and the musician and all these different people, they've only just been changed, or they have their humanity is still somewhat intact. So we've been able to like pierce through the evil to get to them a lot easier. So, but I think that because it's been so long and he's been completely removed from reality, and because of what he was in reality, he might be a lot harder to get to. And so, yeah, we're gonna have to beat him up a little bit, but we've got to look for that humanity. And when we see it, we really need to try to hone in on it. And at that point, probably do less damage, if any, and maybe start trying to use our new powers of healing to try to find a way to heal him to come back to being human and so we can help this person. We don't want to kill him. I
The
mean,
beatings will continue until he becomes human again. Got it.
until his morale changes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I got
I
it.
love that T-shirt too. Don't get me wrong, but like, we don't. If hey, look, if we have to kill this thing and he dies, I don't like that. But there may not be any humanity left. So if we don't see any humanity, then we might have to do something we don't really appreciate. So let's be mentally prepared for that. But let's know when to stop and know when to hone in on that humanity and try to help him.
All right. And I assume, yeah, where you're like going through, opening the bathroom door, you're getting things ready. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I know Claire. Sorry, I keep saying Claire. A is moving her laptop, but I haven't got a message back yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I can just add them as in combat probably somehow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, new message. Sorry. Dean begins.
This is a fly swarm.
Okay, well, I mean, you know that they're imbued by you. Oh, there she is. There we go. So you look. I assume one of you is going to activate the magic mirror. All you need to do is basically, put magic on it, and then it starts up again. If you look through, yeah, you see him. He's wandering about doing his patrol duty. In the tunnel.
I guess Eddie will just be like, "Hey, Andrew."
What? Are you gonna call out
Oh,
to
Jonathan. Sorry.
Jonathan? Hey,
I mean Jonathan.
You're not.
I was so confused there for a minute.
So if you
What
yell
the-
Jonathan at the mirror, you realize you're not gonna be able to yell to him. You'd have to literally put. Before we tested this out, there was a whole episode of us doing things, and just talking at the mirror is not enough for him to be able to hear you. You have to put like a cone or something and talk through it, and it just
I
have
grabbed
an
the
echo.
toilet paper roll.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Well, first off, did Dean actually summon a group of flies to go through the mirror now that it's activated?
Dean summoned as many flies as he could possibly summon.
All right.
If you would allow thousands of flies, then he is covered in thousands of flies.
Okay. So
They're crawling all.
So as just before you have your conversation and be like, hey, flies do go in, and it was starting to like peck at his armor, but it does nothing. It does seems to
Before Dean sends the flies in,
Yes.
my pretties. I want you to attack the eyes.
But just like flying.
Blind the golem.
Okay. You will notice that they'll fly in and they'll get near his face, and he doesn't like that. but then he like claps his big old mitts together, and a big wave of cold shoots out in all directions, and they start to look like freeze up, and then they fall to the ground.
Do flies talk?
Well, if they talk, they'd probably just be screaming because he basically just like cold blasted the area around himself.
Yeah, I'm saying, can I hear any of them?
Oh, that's right. You put your helmet. I assume you put your
Yeah,
headband
yeah,
on.
yeah.
They're like, yes, faster, and they're like doing their thing, like pecking at him. Ah, oh, it's so cold. Oh, they scream as they fall. That's what,
Dean's wings spread, and he ignites his sword. He's
okay.
he's getting ready to.
Okay. Then it's like, hey, not Andrew. Now you got me doing it.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan. Yeah. Okay. If you're making a noise and he's already been attacked, he will turn his big old head in your direction.
I've tied the rope off someplace,
Sure.
and at some point I have thrown it through the mirror, and
Yeah.
I imagine it just like goes
Kind of.
taut through
Yeah.
the room and into the mirror, because beyond the mirror, like where the mirror
There's a
is
cliff
straight
face.
down.
Yep.
Um, and I'm gonna jump my wolf
Yeah.
and go. All right, let's do this.
Okay. Um.
I assume we're at this point. I assume at this point everybody's transformed.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Because some of you can fly. Who's flying? Who's trying the rope roll? Because I'm going to make you do basically a combat
I can
rope climb.
carry someone in.
You can do that too, but
I
I want to know what's the positioning for this nonsense. That's what I wanted to know.
I was gonna do a running start and just try to zoom in there.
Who's riding with me?
can fly.
Just fly through the air dramatically. That was my plan.
I'm gonna jump in with the wolf and like I'm gonna grab the rope, jump in with the wolf, like as the wolf and I jump through, I'm gonna grab the rope and kind of like ride the wolf down and have it like kind of what is that word you use? Um, when you like kind of jump off the rock and it begins with a
Oh.
P.
Paraglide?
No, not paraglide. Like I want to say parry, but it's not
Parasail?
parry. Nope.
No.
Parkour?
Parkour.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Para jump.
No, not para anything. It's not a para. You're holding a rope and you're repel. You're repelling. You're repelling.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Uh,
It's
Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna.
So we gotta handle each of these. We gotta handle each of these one at a time. So
Yeah.
Derek's going to grab his wolf and then jump off the side, grab a rope, and start going down the side of the cliff. If that's a thing, then you should probably roll some sort of physical roll because that's what you're doing. You're entering combat via dramatic entrance.
Sure am.
Don't fail that. No, it would be hilarious.
Sure am.
Don't worry, I'll get to everyone else.
That is a. Oh, it's a 6. I thought it was a 9.
That is
That's an 8. No, because of the way it was sitting. I thought it was a 6 and a 2, but
Oof.
it's a 9 and a 2. I'm like, how can it be a 9? So that's an 8. So it's a 9 altogether.
okay. You're fine, but
Mhm.
it was a combat situation, so I made you roll for it. So that's
Yeah.
one. Eddie's. Are you just like running and leaping? It sounds like
I was
that's
gonna
what you're doing.
run, leap, and then like do a parkour roll onto the ground.
All right. Yeah, just same deal. Physical. You're just kind of doing a. I'm not gonna make you do a magic
I
check.
rolled.
It
Yep.
feels like, the pure energy.
Here. Can I even use my camera like this? No, I cannot. But you'll have to believe me. I rolled 2 6s,
Okay.
and that's a 13.
Just because it's dramatic and because you went the fastest you could, you will have first action. There we go. That works for me. Because
Cool.
you do just special effects. You're like, I'm gonna get there first. Just lift
Yeah, and then
off the side.
there's like a flash, and then I'm like rolling on the ground.
All right. So you're gonna be at its feet, but you'll have first action. Dean, how did you enter the room?
He just flies through.
Okay, that's fine. That takes absolutely no rolls, basically. It's just you're using your ability to fly. So you're flying into the room. Easy. Amos.
Why, yes, I would like to analyze this dangerous situation and be vigilant.
You guys go right
Uh,
ahead.
I'm gonna be vigilant and
Fair.
roll
No, it's not wrong.
vigilance,
It's a response.
and I roll a 7 plus what's my mental? I think it's a 2, so that's like
This is the way I play all combat situations.
that's like a 9. So I get what is my best way in? Game master.
Okay.
Go,
Uh,
going with Dean.
I mean,
He
so
literally said he could have carried you in.
yeah, Dean could have carried you in, but you're saying you want to basically avoid his line of sight. You remembered last time when he had line of sight, he did some sort of cold burst forward at you. So you'd probably want to like just kind of like repelling is fine, though just repel away from him. Or yeah, just let Dean carry you. That's not a bad choice either.
You know what? I shall remain uh as a Overwatch because I have that one PowerPoint and it's very valuable.
Okay.
And I will see where this fight progresses.
So you're gonna stand at basically are you gonna go through the mirror though? Or you're just gonna like
So
stand on the cliffside?
yes, because I have a power that lets me teleport immediately.
Oh, got you. Okay, that's fine. So you're gonna go
Oh,
out.
I'll save you? You have
Yeah.
I'll save you?
Yes, and I have a PowerPoint, so I can
Wait,
immediately just
does our
whoever's in
PowerPoint
trouble,
carry
I can
over?
teleport to them.
I didn't think our
No,
PowerPoint carried over.
not from last session. Only new
But
one.
he just rolled a 12 a little while
Oh,
ago.
oh wait, and I did too.
Oh,
And
right. Yep, mark that.
Yep.
That was our. That was
Yep.
our. I'm not sure if that was
And
our main
and
rule or
Dan,
a house rule.
I was gonna do an emotional. We can do this together, and tell you that you can do it. Shit.
Well, you missed that opportunity. I will say though, you could come out of the mirror onto the cliff face because you can't do that ability through the mirror. That would be ridiculous.
Sure. That breaks line
So,
of sight. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
You're on the cliff face, being like, "All right, anytime you guys need me, I'll jump down."
Yes, I will be the shield of
Okay.
fire.
And lastly,
oh no, I thought we had this discussion before, like one of the very first sessions, because I asked if I could. No, it was the session 0 I did with you, where I asked if I specifically if I could use "I'll save you" through a mental connection.
right, we had that. But here's the thing. This is a He's literally seeing. Oh yeah, no, we can't do that through the bed. You can't be like, "I know where he is, so I'm going to be."
Yeah, it's
That's
line of sight.
No, it has to be line of sight. But you can do it in this situation. Uh, Lastly, I'm gonna have Claire into the room, and then we're gonna start this combat probably.
Claire comes through.
Real question: you switched over to your heroic form and not your baggy clothes.
Yes.
What the hell do you look like now?
So Claire bursts after you got there. It gets like really dark through the other side. You see multiple sets of eyes glowing as suddenly clawed
Ooh.
spider legs come out, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 of them. She bursts out, like you have these like multiple sets of like insectoid wings, kind of like mixture of like kind of demonic looking. As she comes out, she's wreathed in shadows. You see like her little horns in front of her, like now giant, full set, and the horns that go around her side. It looks like spider mandibles are like glowing, like on the edge tips, like look like wicked fangs.
Wait,
You
did
see,
you say, wait. Did you
Huh?
say Spider-Man nipples?
Mandibles.
No,
mandibles.
Mandibles.
I also heard
No,
nipples, to be honest.
I definitely heard nipples.
Well,
Same.
Well, now it's nipples. Just go with that.
No, it's not. It's not.
sorry.
Mandibles. Like
Trying to
mandibles,
be
man.
quiet. Somebody went to sleep.
Apologize. I'm gonna mute
It's,
myself.
No, you guys are fine.
Um,
You guys are fine.
Okay.
I'm still trying to. Do you want me to stop explain what I look like, or?
I mean, I think we get an idea. You're
You can
basically
get a general
like someone who crawled out of the abyss. Like that's what you
Yes.
look like. You're some sort of abyssal creature at this point. You're a hero, but like if you were in a dungeon in D&D, people would think you were like a drow abomination of some sort. That's what they would think. They would be like, "Oh, what the hell is that?"
Yeah, you gotta
You
be
know?
careful. Somebody might think you're a bad guy.
Yeah,
I know,
right.
right?
Like half demon and all. Um, nipples. Yes. What nipples does Spider-Man have?
Of course.
The
Yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah.
no.
They- I want to say something so bad, but I'm not gonna.
No. Say it. I want to hear it. Do it.
No. It works like his wristband. That's all I'm gonna say, and then I'll stop. It works like.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No.
All right,
Yep.
guys. That's
No,
all, folks. End of game.
yo,
Game's over. That was it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's the version of Spider-Man you never saw in the Spider-Verse, right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
If
right.
we
There's a
ever play,
reason.
if we ever,
God.
if we ever play this game again, if we play this
God.
game again, it's
No.
gonna be it's gonna be an R-rated game.
But all right. So you now all arrive into the fight. We're gonna go in our usual order, where it's like I'm gonna go down the line, and we've got his actions. Everyone enters out right. Except Eddie's gonna go first in the lineup. So Eddie, you have first action. I'm gonna assume it's Cold Burst was the first thing it did. So you can go ahead and do what you were going to do. You
Yep,
did. You had the most dramatic entrance. So I guess that's how it works.
Yep. Surprise attack. I'm just going to roll into
Don't get a-
combat here.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll for a pinpoint their weakness, so I can do a clash action. That's on page 20.
You're like scanning him for weakness.
Yep. And I'm just gonna fire a ball lightning.
Pinpoint your weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. When you clash someone, you can roll mental and find. Oh, you're rolling mental instead of physical.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So that would be 14.
Oh my God. All right.
I have a ridiculous mental stat.
No, I know. Okay. What's the damage on that?
So damage with when I do that, I think that's a +2 to my damage.
All right, that sounds about right. So it's basically like a bigger version of the static, except it's concentrated into like a ball. So you fire
Yeah.
that at him.
And what's my damage on the ball? I think that's just physical, right?
No, it's still electrical damage. You're
Hold
condensed
on.
it into a
With
ball.
the go, that's page 38. Sorry, I haven't done like super combat yet.
No, that's fine. You usually have use your defenses rather than like actually
Yep.
hit things outright.
It has the far and wounding condition. I don't know.
Okay, so far means that you don't actually have to be as close as you are, and wounding means it does extra damage. So basically, that's giving you why it's 2 and not 1.
Well, it's a +2 to the normal base damage, is the way.
Oh, okay. So then that's 3, right? Because your normal base damage would be at least 1.
At least 1. I'm just not. It also has the wounding condition, so
Right.
I think
So
I don't know if that stats.
wounding does extra damage. It is a thing you can just add as attack. So that I was just looking that up about some reason.
Yeah, so I don't know if that stacks, but I have this move that adds a buff to my bonus, and then ball lightning also has wounding.
Okay, so for ranged weapons, use this tag. It basically gives it a +2 to the base of the damage. So it'd have its normal damage, the base damage bonus, and then whatever the heck it adds to it. So you're at least doing 3.
Yes.
Okay. The far thing just makes it so that you could have shot him from actually near probably the cliff face. You didn't have to actually come down and hit him in the face, but you did. So you're
So
gonna
the normal damage would be like on just if I didn't roll the pinpoint their weakness, what would the damage be?
So 3. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's the way I would do it. I would say the base damage would have been 3 because of the wounding would give you 2. The base would at least give you 1, and then you would have had the pinpoint your weakness, which doubles it.
It adds 2.
Right. Okay. So you did a total of at least 5 to a critical area.
All right. Yep. 5 damage then.
Just write that down for math, so we don't have to, Anyway, so yep, you shoot him, you roll down, get surprise, and launch a ball of lightning into 004's face, and it will leer back a bit. You probably
Look over here.
his movement. Yeah, you called his name and then shot him in the face with ball lightning.
Yeah.
So, okay. Going down the line next. I guess Dean's gonna be at the end of the chain. Derek.
Hello.
Yep.
So I imagine that Eddie just hit the thing right in the face.
Yeah.
So when I came down, I was holding the rope and rappelling down, basically like parkouring off of the walls and land behind the creature, and he gets hit in the face, and I'm gonna have the wolf basically like run up its back, and I am just gonna it was Jonathan Winter. I'm gonna yell, uh, 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 Jonathan, I'm sorry we have to do this, but we're trying to help you, and I'm just gonna use a magic beam to the back of his head.
Okay. Just roll.
We're here to help. Bam.
Roll the damage there.
Let's see. Let me roll to see how this works. It's been a minute.
I would have given him actions after Eddie, but Eddie literally was like, I run up to his face and I blind him. Well, he's gonna be distracted, so his movement is light in his face. Some
Okay.
dude just rolled up close to him and exploded lightning in his face.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. That is, I rolled a 6, but it's +3 because my mystical is now a 3. So that's a 9 total. I assume that hits. So basically, what I'm doing is magic beam. It's a clash attack, but instead of rolling physical,
You roll
I
magic.
am rolling mystical.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd have to look at clash. And so on a 7 or better, you both do damage. You do damage equal to your weapon damage or your physical damage in hand-to-hand combat. So I don't know how much damage I take, but he would be taking
So,
3 damage.
Reminder that when you do a clash action, when you roll that, when you do the actual roll, it lets you adjust what you want to do with it on successes. Like, for example, one of them would take less damage. Let me look at it again.
Well, again, I'm looking at the very first one because I only rolled a 9, so I can't do anything that's 10 and above.
Oh, I
So
get
I'm
you.
reading on a 7+. We both take damage.
Okay, so you're both gonna take. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Well, you both do damage to each other. You do damage equal to your weapon damage. In this case, your magic, right? You're using your magic as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So you're firing your magic beam at him, and his head lurches back, and then like the beam refracts and hits you.
I was actually gonna say like I hit him and he kind of like stands up and I get thrown against the wall.
that makes sense. He's been flashed in the face. Someone comes up behind him, shoots him in the back of the head. He wheels around to see what it is, and just basically backhands you against a wall really hard.
Yeah.
So according to the way that's ruling, if you're doing 9 damage, you get the same.
No. I'm doing 3.
Oh, you're doing 3, but you're still getting the same damage. So you're taking 3.
Okay, no,
According
that's
to the way
fine.
it's written.
That was always my confusion. Oh, also because I upped my physical by 1, I should actually have, instead of 10 hit points, I should have 11 hit points. Correct?
Yes. Anybody who got a physical, your base is 10, and every physical level up from that. So 1, 2.
When
3,
I sent that to you, and I thought about it afterwards, and realized I hadn't changed that. So I no longer have 10. I have 11. So right now I'm down to 8, which is fine. I'm not worried about it because I can always just vampiric touch him at some point and suck some energy out of him if I need to.
So one thing I got to check on is with Eddie, because technically his action counts as a clash action also. Because he did the lightning bolt attack, right? Does that count as a clash action instead? It uses your mental, though.
Sorry, yes, it does count as a class action.
Okay, so then what was your roll for that clash action?
Oh, the physical, right?
Well, you were using mental for instead because of your effect.
Oh yeah, my roll. Right, sorry, my roll was the 14.
Okay, so then you could have chose one of the things that doesn't give you. Let me see. inflict
Oh, right.
less
So
harm.
yeah, I just haven't done Clash in a.
No, that's fine. Now I was thinking about it, and I'm going, wait a minute, there's something I have to count for. So you suffer no damage. Perfect. Okay, everything's cool.
No,
No
no, I
problem.
think I would have chosen all magical heroes get a +1 forward or something like
Oh,
that.
all right, but then you will take equal damage.
So 5 damage?
You would be taking. Ooh. Oh, well, hold on. When you do
Sorry.
that, no. I'm looking at the list. It says you choose one extra effect. After this, it says you choose one effect, enhanced effect instead.
Okay, so I could suffer less harm or I could suffer. You know what? Maybe I'll just take no damage. That seems like
Yeah, I mean,
preferable.
is the 5 damage worth giving everybody a +1 magical forward?
I
Because
don't think so. I'm gonna save that for a different.
if it was that you could choose multiple options, like one from each list or something, it would say that. But it's like on this you get
No.
this effect.
Yeah.
One
I suffer
oh
no damage.
oh wait, hold on. On 10 or 11, choose one extra effect. I
Yeah,
just
but
want to read this.
on a 12 it says
Oh, you skip right
choose
to it.
an
Yeah,
enhanced
effect
effect
instead.
instead. So you only get
Uh,
to choose the.
okay, I get it now. I just wanted to
What
make
page are you on? Are
every
you?
place
We're
Are
on
is
the
the
you?
other.
reference sheet.
I'm sorry.
What
The
happened?
quick reference sheet?
Yeah, we're using quick reference sheet. Uh, yeah. So I
Oh,
looked.
so
Right. We did have this conversation before about it, but yes, we're just gonna have it as yeah. You're just gonna do no suffer, no damage.
Yeah, because I realized 5 damage is kind of a lot.
It's a lot when you're
Mhm.
like 10 to 13 or something, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, hell, 3 was a lot, but it is what it is.
All right, but I could see how that could damage you though, firing a giant blast of electrical energy like nearly point blank. Like even
Yeah.
you are really close to the source of that.
I imagine, just for dramatic effect, that I fire this off and immediately teleport away.
Yeah, that's what I figure. You could have inflicted double damage. That would have been funny. But yeah,
That would
you
have
would
been
take.
crazy.
Before my turn is actually up, I would like to have my undead minion, unless running, unless what it did in carrying me was its action. I was going to see if I could have it just do like a regular bite attack.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's got +1 physical, so if it lands the attack, it just gets an extra point. Of course, if it doesn't, then it will take. It could, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's what it's here for. Oh God, that's not good. I rolled double ones.
Okay. So here's what happens. Your creature. Oh, so you got backhanded, right? That's what happened to you. He
I
backhanded
got
you.
yeah.
Still has a free hand because even though he's blind, so he feels something crawl up his back. So he like grabs the thing with his hand and just catapults it against one of the cave walls, and just you hear like a
Okay.
ground crunching bone noise as it
Mhm.
hits the wall.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. How much damage does it actually take?
Let's see. I'll use what I thought was. Give me a second. I have a damage for that, so that's what I'll use. 3. Can he take 3 harm? That makes sense to me.
He's got 3 health, so
He
he's down.
he's downed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense for me. 1 base damage and then 2 for basically being catapulted, and then he hits a target. So 3.
Mhm. 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 Here's what it is. If I really want him back, I can go give him a hug.
Okay, that's it for those 2.
Yep.
Let's go down the list here. Amos, you could have technically jumped in if you thought one of them was in danger using your ability,
Well-
but I just figured I'd mention it.
Yeah, so I have a question. So let's say I do, I don't know, glimpse the, or I don't know, be even more vigilant, and then because
I don't know if
the
you could
way
be
the way
extra
I
vigilant.
understand the way I
Yeah.
understand that protect someone works, even though it has an option for protect a location, but I can't just say I'm protecting this like big stretch of land over here where the big baddie is.
No,
I
I feel like it has to be a specific thing. I'm protecting this door. No one will go through this door.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So in some sense, since I don't necessarily know who the golem will attack, right?
Right, right. Not
Okay.
necessarily.
So then the I will protect you skill, does that let me basically get a free turn? Because as soon as I teleport, I am now protect like I roll for protection. So
It's
in
not.
essence, I get to go out of turn, like
You would be going out of turn. Like for instance, if someone else gets swung at, you could teleport in and use that action instead. You know what I'm saying? And then you would be in turn order. You'd basically be ahead. You know, you'd
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm saying it would activate my trap card, right?
You basically be using a reaction as your action to jump in that moment.
Right. So that I'm just saying that just lets me basically go out of turn, so I can use my turn now to do something else. Is what I'm asking.
right. Yes, but basically you're removing your ready action. Your ready action was this. It was to jump out there in case something happened.
Well, no, I'm because I'm still on the rock, like trying to see who the guy's gonna go after, so I can protect them.
Right.
Um. So I mean, I'm saying I can be vigilant or and gain a like figure out its weakness or whatever.
Um, I don't know if I could give you the figuring out of its weakness like vigilant because like people know now. You know what I mean? Like some people have pointed it out. I think. You
Well,
know.
I'm just saying. So like what? Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's not really discovering its weakness if people are like already attacking its face and being like attack its face. You know.
Let me think. Let me think. Uh, I will try to touch his heart from while you guys are attacking him.
Okay.
Since we're trying to talk him down, right?
No. I know. Let me look at because you need to know a little bit more usually for that to work. Let's see. But you do have like information on him. You did go to the police office. You got some information. Let me. Okay. Uh, I'm not going to give you any bonuses, so you can try and do that. And I will let you. I'm not going to tell you what the negative is, though. You do have suspect that there's something wrong with this one because of how long he's been here.
Right, that we might not be able to talk him down.
It's been discussed that that is a thing.
Well, here goes nothing, I guess.
All right.
Uh,
So, no, I'll tell you because I've told you for every roll before. This is you think like a -2.
Say that again.
It is at a -2 to try to communicate with it. It has not communicated
I mean,
like by a human language. It just makes grunt and like like giant noises, not like human voice or whatever. It's not trying to communicate with you. It's very hard for you to get through to it because you don't even have a baseline right now.
well, since Eddie has already analyzed its weaknesses or whatever, like so like how does can I do something before trying to convince him to try to figure out if there is a way to communicate with him before trying to like, is there a step I can do to reduce that penalty?
Okay. So let's go. You'd have to spend time trying to basically figure out how you could communicate with him.
Sure.
So
Like what about a turn?
yeah, like what I mean, like if you could spend the turn like trying to like figure him out, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do that is. Vigilant is not what you're doing here. You're trying to glimpse the truth, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so.
Who is in control? Yeah, okay. So you could try and do a glimpse the truth on him to try to figure out some way to get through to him because right now he is just it's a
Yeah,
robot,
my,
you know
my
what I mean?
big my big analytical brain can do that in one combat turn, sure.
Yeah, normal people maybe not, but you're a superhero. So go ahead and roll that, and then
All right, so I'm
that'll be your
trying to glimpse
action
the
is trying to
truth.
figure him out.
All right, I got a 9 plus. Wait. 9 plus. Fuck, I keep losing my goddamn sheet. +2, I think. +2. And I think I have some other shit going for me. Stroke of when you gain power point on the 10 plus. Cool. So I get another point power point. Sweet. Um
I just
and
realized something, but
so
that's funny. Okay, go ahead.
so yeah, that's so I got a 9 plus 2, that's an 11, which lets me oh goddamn, too many fucking PDFs. So on a 10 plus, yeah, so I mean,
You're
can
basically
I gather any information on how to communicate with this creature and what kind of creature?
yes, you can, and I've realized how this would work.
Okay.
Oh, oh good. Um, so here's what happens. You're like, how do I communicate with him? He's probably not human enough for him to understand what I'm trying to tell him. And then you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to talk to a human. I have a way that I can talk. I've talked to animals. I've talked to birds. I've talked to sheep. You know what I mean? Like not sheep, but you know what I mean. Like
Ah,
you grab your circlet and you focus really, really, really hard, and your circlet glows. And you're like, okay, I think if I try to talk to him like I'm an animal, he might
right,
understand me.
right. I
Like,
see.
you know,
I'm getting what you're putting down. Yeah.
yeah. So that
Um.
makes the most sense to me. You're basically augmenting an artifact you already have.
Right, right, right. So that's kind
That's your
of
round. You're basically like, I can do this. I just have to think hard enough. How would I talk to a monster as a monster? You know what I mean? Like something like that.
right, right, right. And since I have some more questions,
Sure.
um, what appears to be. Oh yeah. What is hiding and not what appears to be other than the golem who is the also a person.
Does your character play video games? That's out of like would you be a character like that would know how video games work?
Yes, I'm a genius. Come on.
Okay. You've noticed something watching their combat because all you've been doing is staring down the cliffside at them. It seems like it has input lag. You know what I mean by that, correct? Like you'll do a reaction and then the thing he'll move and like you know what I mean? It's not like responding in a way like natural. It's like slightly off. Maybe only like a fraction of a second. But again, all you've been doing is staring at him.
And that can be like explained by the fact that he was just like beamed in the face.
Right.
It's
He
more than
has.
that.
It's like he has. Yeah, like he has a bad pig. Like it's not quite in sync with his movement. So
Uh,
there's something
all
odd
right.
here.
Well, and my last question then.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, yeah. Where I guess who's in control here? As in, how are they controlling him?
Good question. See, you're actually doing your big brain thing. I'm actually really impressed here. You're doing. He's being pinged from somewhere else. So you're like you're focusing and you're thinking about it. You're like, okay, where's that going? There's got to be magic or something, right? So you're like trying to follow the trail of magic, and it leads like away from where he is.
Right, right, right. Got it. Cool. So there's like a command and control center node somewhere.
But that's all useful information. So that's
Yes,
cool.
yes, yes. That was great. Gives me a lot of food for thought. Pun intended.
That
Okay.
out of character makes me feel better about attacking this
Yeah,
golem.
because you gave him the inspiration of like, wait a minute, there's something weird because he's watching you fight. He's like, okay, there's something wrong here. Oh yeah. Also because yeah, you're probably not fighting him directly. You're fighting this, you know.
This is actually what my character was meant to do this whole
And
time.
yep. And that's why I said I'm like, oh, this is cool. I get to see you do the thing. So there you go. That's your round though, obviously. And then Claire, what do you do with you now have you're surging with magical energy and your demon powers, and you are just I don't know. Well, how do you feel about the situation? What are you doing?
Well, did you say what is it? Alex, Amos, did you say that out loud? Does she know that you said that all the information that you just gathered?
I mean, we're telepathically connected, so
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I just want to go on the right information. All right. With that in mind,
I'm
uh,
thinking loud thoughts. Yeah.
Yes, I think Loud Thought's back. I think I know who is controlling him. There's only can really be one person. Demon thing. So what Claire is going to do is Claire is going to try to shut the thing, I guess the
Connection?
badly controlled golem. She's gonna try to see if she can either tamper with the connection or she can basically like put it to sleep. So she is going to she's gonna hex it. So
Yes, I'm gonna get the instructions very clear of what you've come with the idea of, that you're hexing the magical connection between the
Yes.
target and wherever it's going.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, you can go ahead and do that. Through Amos's intense concentration, you have found where the magical tether goes to, so you can target it. That's fine.
I don't know. I have an idea who it is. Not 100% sure, but I feel like
All right. Is it one of those where you have to roll for it, or if it just
I
happens?
have to roll 2d.
Okay.
It's hex on page 30.
Okay. Yep.
So that's a 7. So I hold 1.
Okay. What are you planning on doing?
I'm going to, I guess, inflict a negative condition on whoever is sending it. I'm trying to.
Sure.
Is there a list of negative conditions I can do? I feel like I ask this every
So,
time.
no, that's fine. Negative conditions, think of them as debuffs in like your standard video game. Just like
Okay.
poison, you know what I mean? Like sleep effects,
Actually,
you know what I mean? Like it's a
So
debuff
sleep
effect.
effects is actually exactly what I'm looking for.
gonna try to
He's gonna
sleep
put into. I'm gonna input response. Nothing responds back.
Okay, so you're gonna try to sleep. You're gonna cut the tether basically
Yes.
with sleep ability.
Yes.
This might be awkward for Amos next round, but all right. So you're gonna do sleep effect on it. I want you to now. This is a secondary effect, so I'm gonna have this as a separate roll.
Yep.
I want you to roll your magical skill -2 and try to succeed. You might still do it. You have a pretty high number, so if you can do that for me, because there's a whole lot of reasons. So if you could just roll your magic skill -2, please.
So magic skill -2 coming right up.
Eddie might have got to figure out why I'm having problems, but we'll figure this out in a second.
7.
Okay. So you succeed, but then it would still be...
But it would be. Wait, no, it wouldn't be. You said it's -2.
The
And
roll is
it's
at -2.
mystical. Okay,
Yes.
my roll is at -2. I forgot to add my mystical to it because
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes
So
more
9.
sense. Okay, success. Oh, well, all right. You made the successful roll. The tether turns a different color, and a pile of basically plates of ice fall to the ground.
Huh.
Like
Is there
sheets.
anybody? Just sheets of ice? Is there
It's
anybody in
basically
there?
like it was constructed out of like big chunks of bluish ice, and that just just kind of falls to a pile on the ground. You're not sure if it's dead, but it is certainly collapsed. It reminds you more of what happened to the principal. It's just kind of like there in pieces. You realize that actually what holds this thing together is its will. So it's like basically just an amalgam of sheets of ice.
Do I see any like body of a person in there?
There is no body in there. It's probably disconcerting for all the people that are just about to fight because it just sort of like collapses into a pile. It ends combat for the moment. Though Amos can probably do his action, obviously, after this. Whatever it
I
is.
put it to sleep.
Well, you turned
I
it off.
turned it off. Yep, that's what I explained. Huh. There's no body.
No body in there.
Huh. Okay. Well, that was my turn.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty effective turn. All right.
Wait, just to clarify. So what fell apart is not the golem.
No, the golem.
No, golem fells.
So what happened was, through your mind, where you detected where the trace energy was going, she cursed it and told it to go to sleep. So wherever that phone connection went to sleep. And so that caused the golem to collapse. So now there's a pile of golem. But it's not dead, it's just become inert. So it's like piled up. The ice sheets have kind of like collapsed into an ice sheet pile that makes up a golem when it's activated, probably.
Gotcha.
So okay, well, that's a thing. Your big brain, you killed it with your mind, or it's not dead. You slept it with help, basically. What now? I assume doing damage or something to it would wake it up because it's still connected to wherever it is. I don't know. It's up to you guys. It is basically out of combat at this moment.
Can we investigate to see where the connection leads?
Sure. Actually, you don't have to really investigate that hard since Amos was tracking it originally. It leads further down the hallway, not hallway, like cave system,
Yeah.
off to the north.
I mean, is it visible to Eddie?
Because he can see it through you, because you were focusing on where that was, and so you now have an idea of what it looks like and what you're looking for. It's very faint, but you can track it, and so since you could track it, everyone's tracking it through you.
I take out the flashlight that I had and kind of bang on it a few times to get it going.
Okay.
Maybe run ahead and see what's what up like where this goes.
I can scout ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are we officially out of rounds?
You're out of rounds because the target that you were fighting has collapsed into a bunch of sheets of ice.
I got
Just
that.
started laying
Like,
there.
I just because Dean was gonna go next, and so I just don't want to like
I feel
make it
bad,
so Dean
but
can't. I mean, look, maybe Dean could still do the next. Not he doesn't have to do a combat action, but he can still at
right.
least.
That's fine. I am okay with that. Sorry.
Sorry,
Zeppo.
guys.
No, that's fine. It just happened to be the way I was doing the count. It was then, and then I was going to do Dean. But
I mean, it just happens. It happened to fall that way. It's no big deal. Dean's kind of confused because he's amped up for a fight.
do you want to?
He's got his big league chew coming out.
Claire
Really?
says, I put it to sleep. Whoever it is. So as long as you don't wake it up or attack it, whatever is on the connection doesn't
Well, I
take
don't
any
wanna
damage.
I don't
should
want to
stay
risk
for a bit.
waking it up.
Well, how long does that last?
Lie, right?
Is Claire still transformed?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you still look like a badass spider
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Eddie will just be like, "That looks badass." Like he's
She's
not
like,
using his hair.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Says the spider monstrosity.
Hell yeah, I do. And then Eddie darts off with the flashlight.
She puts her
Derek,
sunglasses on.
I feel like Derek would kind of like get up, shaking his head and like looking at the situation. And I really feel like Derek would have brought more lengths of rope than just the one. I'm sorry that I didn't say that before, but I really feel like that's something that he would have
That's
done.
fine. I'll allow it.
And
well, I could probably fetch you more rope if you need it.
yeah, no, I brought enough. I'm literally just gonna try the best I can to try to tie this thing up. Hey, Dean, can you give me a hand? You're reasonably strong.
Can you tie up a stack of like white sheets of ice? Like that's what it basically is. It's like chunks laying in a pile.
Well, it must have like hands and feet and stuff like that.
Sorta.
Well,
it has a block that would be like the square part of a hand, and then like the
Mhm,
finger.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know how you would.
well, let's think about this analytically with our brains.
Sure.
What is a natural enemy of ice?
More ice.
Spider sword.
You could just
No, well, so what I'm thinking is if we just get the rope around it and then freeze the rope to it, that will look. We might not get the thing to be completely immobile with this rope, but it's a magical rope. Because I probably would have brought, I think I would have, if I could have imbued one with magic, I would have done two.
If the team, if the
What
team
if we
wants
just set it on fire?
But we don't want the things we don't want to cause it damage because once we cause it damage, it could wake back up, and then we have to go back into fighting it. If we just tie it up, we can just move on and leave it here. And if it does wake up, at least it has the rope to like slow it down from the next thing it's going to do. You know what I mean?
Yes, makes sense.
So, Derek will, using Dean and Amos, who's also gotten stronger as well, just do our best to like push the legs as close together as we can. Tie that up, throw some water on the rope just to like freeze it up a little bit, and then use the next piece of rope to get at least one, if not maybe both of the arms kind of cinched together close to the body. So again, if the thing woke up, it would be like, oh shit, I'm tied up. And if it's not if it's not angry, then it may not struggle hard enough to break the rope, and so it'll just lay there for a while. If we go and deal with Phidias, then the power subsides, and he goes back to being Jonathan, and we'll pick him up on our way out.
Okay. Just so you know, the way this thing is formed, now that you're getting up close and you're tying it up, is that basically if you picture the joints on a person, those joints are gaps, and those gaps are just floating pieces. So like you have like
okay.
that's why I was saying it was very hard to tie up because its hand is like a chunk of smaller pieces and a big chunk.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah,
what
that's
if we
why I'm
separate
saying
those pieces?
use the water to kind of like dump
No,
dump
that's
the
fine.
water onto the ice to get it so that it will freeze to some parts of it.
Okay.
Sorry, Dean. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't know if it would work. Is it possible for us to like uh move the pieces away from each other? So if it does wake up, like it would have to
That's not
take
necessarily a
time to.
bad choice.
Sorry, what was that? That might be a bad choice.
No, not a bad choice. I'm saying he's asking if you would like
Yeah. Yep.
take a foot and like put it in a different part of the cave and take an arm, like carefully, not like dropping it or doing any damage, but like
hmm
kind of separate the pieces so that it would take more time for it to get back together.
what if we freeze them together?
It's just like
Like freeze the legs
That's
together.
what Derek's been talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
Basically what I'm talking about, but
he's
like
fusing them, yeah.
adding the rope in there to just kind of help
That's
get it as
fine.
close
Yeah.
together. And also, as we're doing this, I'd really like to like look at the the chest area, the bulk of the creature, to see if I can see some kind of like a form inside that might actually be Jonathan.
I mean, I'm gonna spend basically assuming that the three of you, I don't know what Claire is doing right now, are kind of like futzing with him. You're looking inside the golem, you're like tying it up, you're moving pieces away from other pieces. You're
He's,
doing that kind of thing.
So we found the guy.
You found a golem. You
I'm
found
looking for the person. And
Yeah,
Can
Eddie
I-
was
can I-
scouting ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
next
gonna go ahead because I don't know.
Okay. So
Can
Eddie
I have a?
Yeah. Go ahead.
How long will my sleep last? Do I know?
Let's see. The easiest way to say is what's your magical rating?
+2.
Okay. So the easy way for me to do it, because I do that in kind of D6 systems, we'll say that is the number of minutes. Minutes in combat rounds are forever. So that's two minutes for
Mhm.
sure. After that, you might have to reapply it, but for now you can say he's got at least 2 minutes of sleep there.
All right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna
I
go
could also
follow
try to
the.
hit them.
Yeah, I'm going with
Thankfully-
him to go find him.
Thankfully, I can just dart over to the wherever this is.
Okay. So first is going to be Eddie, who's just following the path that Amos led, basically. He's just like, go that way, and you can see the path of magic. I will say, as you go further in the cave, even though you're going really fast, obviously, there seems to be purple fog that was back in the cave. I did mention it before, but it gets thicker and thicker as you approach your destination. I don't know what you want to do with that knowledge. I'm just saying it's getting thicker and thicker as you go forward.
So I'm shining my flashlight with me. I have
Again,
to
you're
stop
still
periodically and like look around, catch my bearings a little bit.
right. So you do see like you're doing the movie effect where like you can see in front of you, but like all around you is this like fog basically.
Yeah. So I'm stopping like every couple seconds, scanning around and then zooming again. How long does it take me to get where I'm going?
It takes you're really fast, so probably only like 10 or 15 like maybe like 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. You're like, you know what I mean? Normally it'd
Right.
probably be like a 15, 20-minute walk. And so it's like, actually no, it's probably like faster than that. But you're stopping. You're not just going straight through. If you were going straight through, probably like 5, 10 seconds. But because you're stopping, it's probably closer to 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. And for other people, it'd be like 15 to 20 minute walk.
How long will it take
10-minute
me to
running.
fly there?
Let's see. I don't. We don't have really base rates in this game or things like that. So we'll just say flying is faster than walking. Walking would have been 15, 20 minutes. So probably 5 minutes. Yep. Yep.
All
That's
right,
where I was going with this.
around 1 minute and 50 seconds, I will be reapplying the
Sure. And then we'll make rolls
Let me
for that.
know. Yeah,
Yep.
just let me know how many rolls I
But
will need
Eddie
to
is
make.
real fast and already kind of up there. So,
Yes.
all right. I'm sorry to focus too much here, but like, Eddie, what are your actions now? You don't see anything else in the fog when you're like
So
stopping
I
to
get to
look.
the end of the connection. It's just
Well, I'm getting to that. So
oh.
you're going further into the fog, and then
Mhm.
like the fog kind of like clears up, and you see like a very opulent looking dining hall that's like in front of you, and like it just as you clear the fog edge, and you see like off in the distance there's some sort of shining blue tube sarcophagus, something like up against the wall, and you can see like the form of somebody kind of floating in it, like boy in a bubble style, like is in the bluish liquid.
So rolling a be vigilant for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Um, is that mental or yeah, mental? That's good. 9 plus. So that's a 12.
Okay.
Which, like, damn, I'm getting a lot of PowerPoints now. I want to know.
Hold on.
Are there any dangers I haven't
I
noticed?
can't hear you for some reason. My speaker did the thing again. Hold on.
Oh, your audio went weird.
Again. There we go. I can hear you again.
Okay, yeah. Your audio went weird there for a second. Are there any dangers I haven't noticed yet?
Are there any dangers you haven't noticed yet? Yeah. At towards the front of the dining table, like at the other end, is someone. Oh no, you've probably met her before. You see Amos's mom dressed in a pantsuit, like it's a purple like pantsuit, and they're
Oh.
just like tapping their hands together like this and just looking at you from across the room.
That can't be Phidias, can it? Like, I guess Phidias can be anyone.
I mean, it's been stated that Phidias is a powerful demon, so if it wants to look like Derek's mom, it could look like Derek's mom.
Yeah, that's a little disconcerting. Okay, great. I have a hold 3 on that, so I can ask some more questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure.
You just like they're just smiling at you from across the room. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess what's my best way to protect Jonathan?
Uh, to get him out of the tube as fast as possible, because while he's still asleep. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, the tube is closer to Phidias, you assume, than you, and you're not too sure how running over there is going to be. You know what I mean? Like you know you're fast, but are you faster than his reaction? That's the real question.
Yeah, assuming that I like notice all of this in a split second,
Yeah.
I try to roll over there.
By the way, you do notice it in a split second, and the thing that freaks you out more is he seems to notice it in a split second. Because you like
Ugh.
appear, and then he just looks up, and he definitely looked at you, even though you're moving really fast.
Yeah, as soon as like I make that, like as soon as I notice that, I zip over there. And can I roll on that or?
So you're gonna zip over to where Jonathan is in the tube?
Yeah. Do I need to roll like a protect action?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could roll protect. That makes sense. You're like, I'm gonna stop him from doing anything to this tube.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to use one of my PowerPoints since I have 3 of them.
Sure.
I'm going to spend one of them to instantly appear. You roll and I'll save you. Use it. I'll save you
Sure.
to instantly appear by Jonathan's side.
Okay. You're sparing, and Phineas he doesn't even say anything. Just they clap. They go like, "Oh, this is fun." And what do you? And you come. It's from her. It's her voice. And what do you plan to do exactly? Protect him from what? He's perfectly fine where he is.
I say nothing out loud, and everything in my head to let everyone know what the situation is.
Oh yeah, about that point, everyone gets the idea because it's being telepathically given to you that oh god, Eddie's alone with Phineas and in the room.
How did you run
Oh,
out?
okay, and everybody can react to that if they want. Oh yes, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was her reaction. Oh,
Oh.
I mean,
I had an idea about it. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, and
Get
it looks
out of
like your
there.
mom, Derek. Just so, because reasons.
I mean, I just said to scout ahead, not to, you know.
Wait, they scouted ahead. They did the job.
Technically correct.
That's kind of
Eddie,
correct.
Eddie, be careful, please. That's all I say. And I leave what I'm doing and I just start sprinting with that. I go. You know what? I go over to the hound. I give it a hug. I jump on the hound and I start
Still
riding.
gonna take. It's gonna take actions. You're gonna go to the
That's
hound,
fine.
do a thing. Right.
But getting that thing up, I'm gonna be able to move a lot faster than the round I lose.
Okay.
Derek, fly
Uh,
with me.
Yeah, it's fine. But I want the hound to come with us anyway. So let's go.
You can take me.
All
yeah,
right,
take
let's
him. Take him.
go, big brains.
It's still gonna take minutes for you to get there.
That's fine. I have to
Okay.
be on mute for minutes anyway.
That mental image of Dean like chewing the big chew with the wings, carrying a giant brain, like Amos is quite something.
Okay. Let me see what they would do. You really gonna step?
And then there's this Claire is going on spider legs, right?
She is flying.
Are you flying? You have wings?
Yeah.
Flying spider.
Yeah, I said she had kind of demonic insectoid wings.
Ooh.
And as soon as you ran, I tried to follow as fast as I could. It's gonna take a bit, but I should be there before, at least a round before the other people do.
So it's gonna take. We've estimated between where everybody's trying either running or flying about 5-6 in-game minutes. And
Yes, that's a long time.
And Eddie is right there in the room with Phineas, and he's just standing across, looking at each other. And he'll just smile and go, "You really want to do that? You want to one-on-one me?" He does this motion like with his thumbs, like I don't think that's gonna go very well.
Eddie like does this like you can't really see it, but puts his arms like all like behind him so to like block the sarcophagus, the capsule.
Sit
And
and go. He looks at you and goes, "Well, but you know it's Phineas, and Phineas has been a male demon. But they look at you and go, just sit down and stop embarrassing yourself." And he like sits. He goes back to the team, offers you a seat.
I don't take it. I stand where I am.
You stand. Why must you be so stubborn? Listen, this isn't what you think it is. What stake do you have in this? Oh no, some person you've never met is in a tube. Big deal. What does that do for you? What could I do for you? Just looks at you. Listen, you probably think that when my master gets free, the world of that you know of technology and things might get trampled under their boot, and then you won't get, humanity will suffer. Yes, you're right. Humanity will suffer a bit. One town. That's it. One town. And the technical advances from demons who could live thousands of years, what do you think those could get you? What new and beautiful wonders could come from thousands of years of science and math and acquired knowledge? Are you sure you want to be on that side?
Can we hear this?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Don't listen to him.
Just one town. Do you really care about these people?
It's our town.
He can't hear you, so he's just having a conversation with what he thinks is, just Eddie.
Can I?
No,
So-
Eddie
I'm gonna wait to
stands
see if he does
around,
anything.
He says nothing.
Okay. He's he's gonna have to try and be convincing. Okay. No. This he doesn't punch you. No. Roll 2d6 and mental at just regular for now. Don't fail.
Okay, that's not terrible. Hold on, let's see. Math is a thing that I can do. That's a 12.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're like no, absolutely not. You're just saying whatever you want just to get me to do what you want.
Yeah, I think Eddie would say, like,
Logical.
I honestly hadn't thought of any of that.
Just listen. He goes. Okay. So there's. I'm gonna cut back to them because it's been a little bit. Yeah. Basically, he's not. Phineas is weirdly not attacking Eddie. He's like just trying to have a conversation, trying to work things out or something on his side. I assume it's been maybe a minute or two while you guys are traveling. Anything you guys want to do or give advice or something, that's up to you. But I just figured that's the situation currently.
Are we now in combat?
You're not in combat per se because Eddie is not being attacked, but since you all are mentally connected, you could try to give Eddie advice. You could try and do something from your end, but I just would like to know what.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can try to glimpse the truth from the mental image I'm getting from Eddie. See what what the sarcophagus is about.
Sure, I mean he's close enough to it. Yeah, that's fine. You can telephone that skill in. Yeah. I already counted that too. I'm just talking to chat.
All right. Well, I got a 13.
Okay.
11 plus 2.
Basically, you're asking what is this?
I mean, on a
Oh, you get several, but yeah.
on a 12 plus, could ask basically anything.
Yep.
So, what is the weird sarcophagus like? What is it doing?
Okay.
What do I think it's doing?
You're thinking it's keeping Jonathan alive. He's suspended in goo, and then you think back to earlier parts of the scenario, and you go, "Oh, I see. This is something similar to the stuff that made the clones out of. It doesn't need to eat. So what he's done is he's suspended him in goo.
But if we remove him, does that mean he dies? Like it's keeping him alive? Is that sorry?
He hasn't had anything to eat for like a year.
Right. So you're
being held
saying
in
when you
there.
said it's keeping him alive, it's like very literally.
He's floating in a soup.
Oh yeah.
The only person that could answer that question is currently talking to Eddie.
Got it. I mean, why is he doing any of this?
Well, that's a different question.
Yeah.
You can tell Eddie to
yeah.
ask. That's fine. That is a thing.
Yeah, Eddie, keep him talking. Maybe he'll villain monologue his entire plan. I mean,
Actually, that's a great idea. And actually, sit down. Make him think that he's getting you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I sit down. If we're going back,
Oh,
I will take that advice.
Oh, you
I will
decide-
take the chair in front of me, and after saying I hadn't honestly thought about any of that, I'll maybe take a little bit more relaxed posture and look like I'm interested, and I'm gonna roll on one step ahead.
Sure.
Which did not end up great. That doesn't. Let's see. What are there any negative effects?
Yeah.
One step behind.
What
Page?
page is that? That is 35.
You can't spend a PowerPoint after you rolled, right?
No.
No.
Puts your friends in danger. You gain self-doubting in isolated conditions. Oh boy, let's look at conditions.
Oh, goody. That's a double one for a. Hold on. That's still a 5. That's bad.
Yep. So let's go look at conditions real quick. Sorry, I'm going to talk a little quieter because it is getting near 11. So you took your friend's advice and you sat down in the seat and you're like, I'm going to figure this guy out. I'm smarter than him. And then you realize, oh God, no, I'm not. He's playing like 4D chess, and this is just part of his game. He knew you would sit down. He knew that you would take the bait, and you're doing it right now. And so you're gonna get conditions, and it's gonna be funny.
Oh, okay. I feel like
that-
that's valid. This is a really stressful situation.
Yeah, he just you thought you would mind game him because you have allies helping you, and then you realize, oh no, he thinks on a higher level. So
And we've been tricked before, even in this same fight.
you feel that You feel that no one likes you, affecting your emotional stats. So you're basically at a -1. That's isolated. So you're going to be at a emotional -1, effectively.
So does that just -1 for my emotional or anything else? Everything.
Just emotional. Just emotional. Anything involving your emotional stat.
So I'll put a debuff there.
And then...
Just as a reminder, and I know it won't help the thing you just rolled, but you do have a +1 with Vidius going forward. We all do. Everybody has a +1 with Vidius going forward from something I had done once before.
Yeah, I think
I
actually if I had factored
Yeah,
that in, would have been a 6, which is still a failure, but thank you.
Exactly, but at least it'll help with other things going forward.
Okay.
And that's all of us.
Self-doubting gives you a thing where it affects your persona stat. It's the same thing. So you also feel inferior to him, which is not
So I have a
surprising.
-1. I take a debuff to my persona and my emotional, right?
Yes.
Okay, that just makes them like normal, so that's fine.
Okay, but he is it is pretty like daunting. Like you sit down to try to like buy time, and you realize that buying time is part of his strategy, and he's messing with you. So
Yes.
like, oh,
I have accepted that, and it makes me feel uncomfortable, but here I am.
oh, good. I knew you were reasonable. You would sit down and have a chat with me about this. Um, don't worry. I don't want to fight. If you guys come to fight, I will fight, and you will lose. But what I really want is for us all just to sit around and talk. And and work this thing out, because I'm sure everyone here has some sort of goal they want to accomplish. For you, there are many things I'm sure that you'd love to do. How much would you want to know? How much would you want to learn about the things? You seem the inquisitive sort. And he'll look at you. Make that mental roll, but now at a -1.
What is this rolling for?
He's trying to convince, he's again making logic with you.
Is there any way for me can we hear this whole conversation?
Yeah, I mean it's mentally connected.
Is there any
All right,
way to
that's a
help
12.
him get like a
Nice.
a mental like
If
is
you,
there
if you,
is there anything I can do to help him?
not at this
I don't
time.
I don't think so.
It's a 12 anyway. I feel like good about that, but
Okay. He's still trying to bullshit you, but you're resisting. So here you go. So what he's doing is he's taking you feel like he's reaching into your mind and like taking your dreams and aspirations and be like, hey, don't you want to be even smarter than you are now? I could give you that. I could give you anything you need. And he's like trying to like chip away at you as you've been sitting there. And so like you realize that the longer you're exposed to this, the worse it's gonna get.
yeah.
Uh,
And I say like in my mind, I'm like, I'm so glad that I have all of you, and that I have something else in my life besides my hobbies, because that was my life, and he would have gotten to me before, but I'm stronger with all of you. Like I'm thinking about that. You probably can hear that conversation going on.
okay. Okay, well, I'll do one more thing with Claire, and then I'll have people basically arrive, because he's not actually doing anything to you physically. So Claire wanted to do. You might have to recast the sleep. So
That's what I want. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna do that. So let me just get to that page. It goes off. I rolled a 9.
Okay. So your golem's still asleep.
Yep.
Here's what I will say, and we're probably gonna leave it on this in a second. I'm going to assume you just basically put it into a deep slumber, and you guys are proceeding down the hallway. Eddie is getting slowly chipped away at, but because he's been rolling so high, he's not going to do enough to him to make him like flip his cards. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like nagging at him. And as he gets to another point in his TED talk to Eddie, the rest of the party will kind of come in to the room. As I described, it's an opulent dining hall. It looks basically like the thing behind my video, if you want to look. Something similar to it. There's the best food you've ever seen on the table. Eddie, do you eat the food on the table? It's like the best food that you could think of is just laid out in front of you.
I am chewing on my big league chew and trying really hard to like imagine, yes, this does taste very good.
It's whatever you think was the best food, basically, is laid out in front of you, and like on the table in various places.
Yeah, I try to chew so much, like I try to like really focus on the taste of the big league chew so that my appetite is like, I don't, at least somewhat sated.
Okay.
I imagine that like when Phidias is talking, he's describing like, yeah, you could not just talk to the astronauts, you could be an astronaut.
That's what I
You
mean. Like that's what he's offering you. He's like, just
He's
step
like,
aside.
you could like sign up
Just-
and head like a program to create a new like base on the moon, and like contact the Yithians and like create a new utopia or something.
Yeah, you don't need to live here. You
He,
know,
he's offering you Space Force
Yes,
because we all know who Phidias really is.
but
he's offering me like luxury, gay space communism or something, socialism.
That's
and he might give it to you if you just let him step aside. If you step aside,
Yeah.
and he'll do that. Okay. About that time, he sees all of you come in as on cue because he's holding one of their friends here. I'm gonna go to this thing right now. Let's see. Oh, thanks for dropping in, heroes. He'll smile at the rest of you. A moment, if you may. We have plenty of time. Each of you, I have a question. Answer me, and by my honor as a servant of the Dark Mistress, I will release Mr. Winters unharmed to you. Do you accept?
Oh no, a contract.
It's not a He didn't say contract. He said if you listen to him and hear him out, he will let Winters go. And he will. And the way he said it was, on his honor to his master, which to a demon that is everything.
Well, if we're just, and I'm gonna say this to in our heads, and I feel like Derek kind of gets there last,
Okay.
and kind of slides off of the wolf, who kind of starts pacing around one side of the room, and Derek goes the opposite way.
You feel
Well,
like you can see the room, like he is the room also.
Yeah.
You get this vibe.
Yeah, like the wall that I'm touching, I'm still touching him.
Right. This is his domain, as it were.
But Derek is kind of like dragging a knife a little bit along the wall, and looking Phidias right in the eyes. But he kind of calls out to everybody, if he just wants to talk, let's just let him talk. If it gets us Jonathan back, then that's fine. But we don't have to agree to anything.
I just worry about the fact that the longer we talk, the more I don't like it.
Yeah, he's playing for time, obviously.
I don't.
You also get the sense, though, that like he would not lie. You're a you're half demon now at this point. he wouldn't lie about that part of it. He will release them, but what is the cost?
No, that's what that's you know
playing-
that's the thing is
He's playing for time. He's got something going on.
Say we just shoot this
I honestly,
motherfucker in the face and move on.
what do we have to talk about?
Yeah, nothing. We have
I
nothing to
don't-
talk about.
Did you
I-
say
And
that?
the longer we spend just amusing him,
Did you say
the
that
less-
to Phidias? What do we have to talk about?
No, I'm
No,
saying
this
that in
is-
the
this is-
connection.
Oh,
This
okay.
is in our heads.
he has nothing to offer us. I say like I say partly to myself, trying to convince myself.
Hmm.
But I say, he has nothing to offer us. We need to end this sooner rather than later.
I think.
Hmm.
I think yeah, he'll let him go, but at the end of the day, we're here to destroy him. I feel like I don't. This is double-edged sword. I don't think we should take it. That's just
As
my
much
vote.
as much as we don't want to see anything happen to Jonathan, if something happens to him and we can end Phidias, then that's more important.
I will
Can I
try to.
take an,
at
can
that
I take
point,
an
we could always-
action?
First off, I want to have an answer to that question before we take actions.
Oh, yep.
So, do you guys accept the deal to talk to him or not, as a group?
Derek,
No.
Derek
No.
is just gonna no.
My vote is no.
You've had enough time to cower and yammer on about nothing.
You're just gonna try to try. I don't like.
We're
Well,
we're done listening to your BS.
oh, you do not? Well, it's far better than me killing your family in front of you. He raises his hand up, and a dramatic curtain kind of parts behind him, and you see like these basically other glass tubes filling with sand slowly, and it's got like basically whoever your favorite best family member, everybody has one, filling with like slowly filling with sand in the background. Now, how do we feel about having a conversation?
Before I even do
Can I
that,
take an
I don't
action
care.
now?
Can I? I don't
Dean's
even know what he's
favorite family
doing.
members there.
At least, look, you're gonna have to figure out what's going on here. But from where you are standing, it looks like he's basically got your family, whatever your favorite family member is, in a tube filling with sand.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Can-
conversation with him just stall for time, meaning more sand goes into the tube?
Well, I think the threat is he'll just continue filling sand, and if you decide not to talk to him.
Can I roll to disbelieve? I don't think that's them.
Fair enough. You can roll for that. It's probably going to be magic, I think. Magic
I
makes
don't.
sense.
There's no. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe they're actually here.
Could be real. He could have snuck them out with like spies or something. You never know.
I'm gonna.
I'd like to roll into an action.
That's fine.
If I
That's a
can.
9.
I'll let Eddie go. That makes no sense.
Oh wait.
So Eddie, no, Claire can do her thing.
Yep.
Because this simultaneously is when Eddie will do whatever he's going to do. So Claire looks and goes, I
Wait,
don't
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Claire rolled a 9, did you add the +1 against him?
No, 10.
That's
Okay.
a 10.
You're like, in your mind, you're like, oh, there's two problems here. One, he doesn't know you have Dream Sight, which is going to be funny. And two, you passed your roll. So you look back there. None of those people are there. This is all an illusion. He's just throwing this up to see if you will buy it or not.
Staying in our mind. Lies. And I try to show him what I see.
Okay.
In my
And then Eddie gets his action. I think we're going to... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Eddie, what was the action you were going to do?
Yeah, Eddie gets up from the chair like Riker gets up from a chair, right? Kicks the chair with his leg like straight across the room and says, "We're done here."
All right. Everybody gets one final action. So they already went. So, Dean.
So Dean yells,
Oh, my illusion.
"Hey, Face, the thing you don't realize is I'm an orphan. I don't have a favorite family member." And
Oh, no. You had like it was probably like some pet that you really liked. And so, whatever was most precious to you.
I don't think Dean really doesn't. He just doesn't
if you saw
I mean, I guess
like
maybe his biological family that he doesn't.
no, but if you saw like a crow because you like birds and it was like slowly filling
Oh,
up,
okay.
but yeah, you're like I don't have a family, and then you look it back and it was like a creature, like a bird, it was like being slowly swallowed by the sand.
Oh no.
Can I do a skill or?
No, I mean, oh, sorry. Oh, you want to do a skill? Go ahead. What did you want to do? It's we've already been told it's an illusion. First of all, because
Okay.
Claire told everybody.
So can I take like so? I have an action to do, or is that
Yes,
like?
I'm giving everybody
Okay.
one action. You still got.
Okay. So I'm going to use a new skill called Laser Shot, and it is on page 39.
Okay.
And uh, like Cyclops from the X-Men, this intense beam of light shoots out of my eyes,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to take his head off.
All right. Well, roll your clash. I assume a clash action.
Okay.
We're going to go a little bit over, but no, only two people are remaining.
Oh, okay. So I get a +1.
All right.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So that's a success. What's the damage on that?
How do I figure out the damage?
It's probably your magic rating.
Mystical 0.
Um, what's the page number?
39.
Are wounding. So, okay, so it's going to be a total of 2 damage. So you're going to fire 2 damage thing out of your eyes. Okay. Did you rolled a 10? What did you want to do for your clash action?
I thought that was.
No, I mean there's a thing for clash action. I can just say that you went. Let's see. Clash action. 10. Give one forward. You're gonna take. Oh, it's on 7+. So you're not actually gonna take damage.
I'll inflict extra harm.
Okay. Wait. All right, yeah, you inflict extra harm, so you're gonna do a total of 3. You're gonna do 2, 3. All right. Who's next? Oh, let's go down the list. Derek.
Um,
If Amos let Amos go. That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to ask a question.
Sure.
How many PowerPoints do we have among us right now? Unspent.
I have 2, but it doesn't really help in this situation.
Yeah. No, you have 2. I have 2.
Oh no, actually I have 3. But
Okay, so that's 5. How many? Anyone else?
0.
Anyone else? How many of us are there? 1, 2,
Zeppo and
3,
and
I
Adrian.
have 0.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5. If we had one more, and I think shit, I think Claire does have one. Didn't she get like a 12 or something? Team attack, spend points equal to the number of heroes plus 1 additional to do a team attack. All
all
together.
right. I think we could do that.
Yeah, well, we have 5. I think Claire has one more, but I'm not sure. We need 6 because it's team size plus 1.
I do believe that Claire did roll a 12, but
I rolled
Yeah.
a 10 to get with the thing.
But so you don't have any PowerPoints?
Not today.
ah,
If they refresh every session, then no.
Hmm.
I had some left over from last session, but I don't think I have any from this session. I don't think I rolled a 12. Sorry, I wasn't part of the cool 12 class. I'm joking. I wish I could.
Wait. What did I roll just now when I asked you that question? I rolled it. Wait, I have 3 also because I forgot I gained one on the 10 plus. Because that was
Oh
a
yeah. Yes, you did get that feat.
yes. So I have 3 as well. So we have
So
6,
that's
and we can do a
6
team attack.
PowerPoints. Yep.
Which page is it so I can look it up?
Go to the quick whatever. It's on power under
Oh,
power.
okay, gotcha. Uh,
While we have the initiative.
team attack. Where is? It's not on the quick sheet.
It's on the reference sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking. We can do this together. Crash, vigilant. Oh, here it is. For magical hero, the axe one. Me. No, I don't see it. Maybe I'm blind. Is it on page 1 or page 2?
Page 2 of the quick reference.
Okay.
So right side.
I have seek guidance and power pool.
Team attack is under power pool. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's the
Gotcha.
last part.
Oh, okay. 6 plus. Only take 2 damage, gain 1 power. 12 plus. Villain and grunts defeated. But it.
So-
okay, I know how this is gonna go. Okay. So
Also, page 75 of the real book.
right, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. You want to do that?
And I had a question, Brian, about my turn. So I was going to roll again for one step ahead, assuming that it was a new scene because everyone showed up now.
Right.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
No, that's better. It's not great, but it's better. Oh, and I have a bonus, so
Here's the rule book. Page 75.
that'd be an 8 for that, which means I think I get an ally gets a +1. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Okay. You spend points equal to the number of heroes +1. So it has to be the number of heroes +1 for that.
Yes, we must name the attack.
Yeah, you're the one doing it, so you're the one naming the
Yes.
attack.
Oh,
And
shit.
Then it's roll plus emotional. Remember.
Fuck. My emotional's not great. Well, here goes nothing.
You're the one initiating, so
Well, yeah, because I'm the only one that read the rules.
uh,
I've been trying to, that's been my whole build. Trying to do that.
so you're getting your chance.
Yeah. So okay, so we roll emotional and they spend points so they can have advantage on the rolls, completed defeated, my blows, the grounds and the villain. Wow, if I roll 12. Power pool pound. Can't go. All right, so I don't know if this is gonna ruin the game if I get a 12, but we'll see.
No, it won't.
Rolly,
As far as I know.
rolly. Okay. I don't think anyone can help me, right? That's not part of that.
No, they're already spending their power points to.
All right. Well, no, not even that. Just do it together or whatever. I guess not. But I'm gonna name the attack. Shut the fuck up, Phineas, with your damn lies. And then click button. There you go. Well, not bad. I have 0 emotional, so I rolled a 7, and I have 0 emotional, so it's a 7.
So 7.
So 7 means bring villain to below half health.
I can do that. Okay. We're gonna do that. We have one last person, right? Oh no, they left because they had to go to bed. Oh,
Cool.
Derek.
I'm here.
Okay. So, okay. So he basically calls for all you guys to be like, you all gather your energies together, and he does this thing where he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Phidias. That's the name of the attack," and he just kind of like does a
Yeah,
big
I
weapon.
maul him with my maul.
Oh, you hit him with your maul. Everybody gives power to your maul, and you like run up and like just basically like club him.
Yes, in the mouth to make him shut the fuck up.
Okay, sounds good. Let me go to his sheet real quick, and then Derek can finally tell do his last action.
If you want, because it's already late and I am about to fall asleep anyway, we can just pick up with me next time,
Okay.
and I will ask you what I was thinking about doing, and we'll go from there.
All right. So the last scene we close with is you get really pissed off because he's basically threatening your family. You raise your emotional hammer, and everyone enchants it, and you just run up and smack him in the mouth.
With a power of 10,000 suns, exactly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't want.
We'll
I don't
hold
want.
on
I don't
that.
want to take. I didn't want to take that away from Amos. That's an awesome way
That's a
to
good
end.
quote. A good
Yeah.
stop
Well, because
there.
the power pool resets. So
Yeah, you might as well use it. Yeah,
That was
so
awesome.
that was awesome, man. That was a been a fun session.
I can understand that makes sense because it's like he gave this impression that he was like drowning your family in sand, and you're like, shut the fuck up, and he just hits him in the face with a hammer.
It's just the constant lies and the bullshit. It's like, no, we're done. We're done with you. We'll talk to anybody else, but we're not talking to you because it's pointless.
yeah,
So yeah,
You
no,
threw down the
that was
gauntlet.
exactly that's a wonderful way to end.